people have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world.
We don't sleep to dream, we sleep to build stamina, energy to do our thing. Get your camera up. This show is about to begin, so sit down and buckle it in. Let's go!
What's up, everyone? My name is Brian, that is Shane, and that is John, and you are watching, excuse me, The BRANE Show every Saturday at 10 a.m. And boy, do we have the show for you today. We're talking about the new Harry Potter series, and of course, Black Snape. There is a trailer, which we're going to watch, I'm positive, 100%, that's going to give us a copyright claim. So, if you want to support us, and we know you do, head over to mixtees.com. It's awesome. It's a great place to buy awesome gear, t-shirts, hats, mouse pads, mugs, posters, whatever. The grab bag is my favorite thing. Shane's way off of frame, and Shane's, by the way, recording from a different location, but let me get to this plug first. The grab bag is the best thing there. $30, get 3 shirts. That's $10 a shirt. And use our code BRANE for 10% off. That's it. Go there. Check it out. That's how you want to support us. It's the best way. If you don't want to support us via monetary means, then just hit the like button on this video. Share it and tell your friends. Comment on this when it's on archive. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. You're the reason we do it every week. Now, Shane, please tell us why you are so insanely off frame right now.
Just so you know, Mixed Tees is a great place to hang out. At least it used to be, but now it's only online. So just buy your stuff there. Okay.
Yeah. We
We're no longer a location anymore. But yeah, that's another story.
Our retail location has been shut down as of yesterday. They did not renew our lease. So
yeah, bummer.
If you wanted to visit us in person, and we were there for 25 years, 25 motherfucking years, you could have visited us. And as of next week, it'll be gone because after 25 years, they're not renewing our lease. So
yeah, like you said, you can visit me here in jail, as you can see. I'll be here for a while.
What happened? Because I fixed your camera before we started, and now it's all jacked up again.
I'll be honest with you. All I've done is literally change locations. It's the same computer, so I'm not sure. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, he literally said to me, he goes, "I don't just want my box. I'm coming to take your box as well."
Yeah,
John.
he's in everyone's box. I don't know what happened though. I fixed your camera. Did you move the mic, where the camera was while the intro was playing?
I don't even know how to do that. So
okay, can you like go back? He just froze.
impossible. It's like attached to the laptop in front of me. It's gonna be one of those.
I just don't know. I don't know how this happened. Like, go back like a foot and a half or something, dude.
By the end of the show, Brian began, just go back a bit more, and you'll just see Shane in the distance between trees.
Right. All right. Yeah. So yeah, listen, guys, we appreciate your support. You guys are awesome as usual. Thank you so much. And Shane is broadcasting here from some other place. I guess he's on the run. He's on the run from ICE agents.
I'm in the woods. I'm pulling a Ted Kaczynski, and don't find me.
Yeah, even though he's on his vacation with his family, he decided he's still gonna lug the computer all the way over there and make it happen. So
legend, absolute legend,
absolute legend.
Yeah.
John, by the way, he's also recording in his 5-star ditch. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing very well, thanks, mate. It's sunny, so the ditch is nice and dry, which is great. No sewage coming into it at the moment. I'm a happy boy.
Man, it has been so dry lately, dude. You want to know how my day is going, guys? I'm not gonna give you all the personal details, but I'm gonna tell you just one quick story. I went to go take a shower this morning, and I'm not joking. So the way I take a shower, most men that live in dry climates do that. They turn the hot water on, right? Scalding hot. Let it run for them for a second while they're scrolling their phone. Get it some steamy in there, right? They need a little steam to clear out their sinuses.
Cleanse
and
their pores.
Yeah, clean it all out. Well, I hear a noise, splash, and I open the shower door, and scalding hot water just hits me right in the face because the faucet had come out of the wall somehow, projectile out of the wall, and was now on the floor, and it was shooting directly at my face. I struggle to get the water. I go to pick it up. I pick it up. I'm trying to put it back on there. I'm burning my hands. Ready? The tip of the head, that just pops off, and now it goes from a stream to a scalding hot jet stream, and it's going all over the bathroom, dude. Wait, so then I go try to turn it off, and I'm not joking, where it's connected to the wall comes off, and it's just spraying scalding hot water all over the bathroom, all over me. It was a disaster.
This sounds more like a supernatural episode, to be honest.
And this wasn't the worst thing that happened to me today. I'm just saying.
Oh my God!
Oh, it was a nightmare. My wife was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Don't come in here! Don't come in here!"
Find a happy place.
It's so bad. Today has been such a rough week. I gotta say, when you build something for 25 years and then someone just arbitrarily outside your control decides that you can't have it anymore, man, it is depressing. It is. But you know what? I'm not going to dwell on it because we're building something new here. We're building this pirate ship right here. And you know what? You're a part of it. You're part of the crew. You're part of the pirate crew. And only YouTube can take this away, and they probably won't today.
I thought you were going to say, and they probably will at some point, just like everybody else.
My face is very pink, my friends, because my skin has been burned. Okay,
you can't tell.
No.
Yeah, I've had a rough week. And that's not even including like stock market crash and video problems and my computer
came here to be brought down. Right?
No. I'm gonna bring you back up. My computer is like doing this thing where it like refuses to not let me update to Windows 11. It's like asking me every day, "Hey, you gonna upgrade? You're gonna upgrade? You're gonna upgrade? You're gonna upgrade?" No, leave me alone. Can I just work on my computer? Stop harassing me. At this point, I'm so glad we don't have robots. I feel like they would just bust down my door and be like, "Yo, Windows 11, dude. Windows 11.
You would be sleeping at 2 a.m. and it would literally slap you in the face and go, "Windows 11.
Don't forget to update Windows 11.
Yeah.
Look, guys, we don't want Windows 11. If you already have it, fine, but I don't want it. I just want to work on the computer I bought. Leave me alone.
And this is just the beginning. I saw Mercy this week, and I got to tell you, the future is an AI judge that is the judge, jury, and executioner. And you got 2 hours to let them know that you didn't do it. So, yeah.
Shane is, you guys can't see us, but Shane is just imposing over us right now. He is like, he's in the middle frame, and he's just like...
He is that big. He looks like he's going to pick me up and eat me, like in Return of the Jedi. Right. You see me go.
Jeez, dude.
My Donkey Kong shirt. I was going to wear my Donkey Kong shirt.
Anyways, listen. It's going to be a great show. I want you guys to know this. Despite our issues this week, we are building an awesome little pirate ship right here. This is the new project. This is our masterpiece.
Place to be.
And just because we no longer have a retail location, we still have mixed teas. We still produce shirts. It's just not a place you can visit anymore. Now I have to produce them out of our various garages. But it's there, okay?
We're selling global, everybody.
I was drinking when you said that.
We're not going anywhere. Okay?
Literally, because it's in 5 guys' houses around the world. That's where we're going to be.
We're like a decentralized T-shirt shop. We're like the Bitcoin of T-shirts, bro. You know what's funny?
On the banner.
This is Mixed Teas. If you just got here and you're like, "What are these guys talking about?" This is our company. This is how we've been paying bills for, I don't know, 30 years. And it's funny. My buddy Jason called, one of our first employees from 20 years ago. Remember that, Shane?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Man, I'm just checking in. How you doing, bro?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Working hard." He goes, "Every once in a while, when I want to make sure you're still alive, I just make sure Mixed Teas is still active." As long as I see that website still up, I still know you're here.
That's fair, by the way. Probably when it's gone, you'll be dead. So
yeah. Anyways, guys, go ahead.
This is the perfect time to buy a Mixed Teas Terry Trek hat and support
Yeah.
Terry Matalas being the new showrunner of Star Trek.
That's
the right time to get your hat.
You gotta say that name right, bro.
Well, I'm
Terry
English.
Matalas. Come on,
Yeah,
give him
you're English. That's right.
Terry
That's fair.
Matalas. Yeah.
Matalas. All right, so we are talking
again.
We are talking about
Narnia.
Shane. He's doing it. Getting right in my.
So I don't like this. This is the Brit bullying show. That not the brain show. That's what we're doing here. You know, you're all rude.
Well, after the choices you made for Snape this week, I guess you got it coming.
Okay, let's talk about that. We are talking about Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which is the new HBO Max series, I guess. Is it a series?
It's a series. Yeah, it's going to be a TV show.
So, like, is season 2 going to be Harry Potter and, like, the Catheter of Fire, whatever it's called? Goblet of Fire? What's it called?
The Goblet of Fire.
What's the second one called? It's called, like...
I think it's a Goblet of Fire, right? No, or something like that?
Something.
I actually don't know.
So, like, are they just going to, like, is every season going to be just one of the book names? Is it?
I don't know what they're going to call it, but they could, right? I mean, you could literally get, 6 seasons? How many movies are there? How many books are there? 7?
Too many. There's too many.
7, I think.
Right?
Is it 7?
Oh, yeah.
You could go 7 seasons.
You can do what they did for the movie and just break one of those books up into 2 movies and squeeze more profit from it.
That's right. So, or you can do what I thought was when I was watching the trailer was, this is just shot for shot what happened in the original movie. Why the heck are we making a TV show out of it?
Well, it's shot for shot, but they also extended it 8 hours. So, because it's an eight episodes, right?
Well, that's true, but we don't know if they're only going to. Oh, I guess they are because it is the Philosopher's Stone. So you're going to get 8 hours of content. Now, how the heck are they going to do that from that first book?
I don't know.
I think there's enough stuff happening. It's going to be kind of slow.
New storytelling drives me nuts because like there's so much time being wasted. It's like we entered a portal at some point where they go, listen, you're no longer going to get 22 episodes of television. Now you're going to get 8 to 10. And those 8 to 10 are going to, half that's going to be filler. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because what they did was the new way to tell a story is to have long, drawn out establishing shots. Like crazy long shots where the character is walking very slowly toward its location, establishing shots, wide establishing shots where they pan in this sort of almost incestuous, like masturbatorial way, where they're just really enjoying the shot that they set up, and then long intros. Like I remember watching Supernatural, where it would literally start and it was like. It was like a 3-second stinger, boom, into the show. And when it ended abruptly. And you got 22 episodes of this. Same with Stargate really never changed its intro. But there became a really popular point of time in like the mid-2010s where even the stingers were like 2 seconds. And now we're going back to like long drawn-out intros, crazy, like so much filler in television. It's crazy, dude. There's so much exposition.
Well, why.
They not only show you what happened, and then they sit down and they talk about it for 10 minutes.
It's terrible. They have to do it though because they're giving us such short seasons that they have this like one small story they want to tell, but they got to stretch it out. Even some 7 episodes or 8 episode shows, you're finding that they're actually it's like fluff. And it's like, get to the meat of it,
It's like a 2-hour movies that they extended. Go ahead.
Even the nice stuff like, Night of the Seven Kingdoms that all 3 of us enjoyed, you're then, with that short run as well, you're then waiting 2 or 3 years till you get to the new season as well. It's right. I mean, I really hope one day someone does make the decision to go back to the previous, format of 22 episodes, You've got time to put some filler in there if you need to develop characters. We know from people like Stargate people, they were capable of doing it. Other people aren't, but
the only way it's going to work.
Do it.
The only way it's going to work, John, is if they figure out a way for it to monetarily make sense. So, I mean, of course, the reason we had those long seasons was because the advertisers wanted it. They paid for these long seasons. Nowadays, they got this model where it's a streaming service, and their goal is no longer to keep the advertisers for 9 months or whatever. Now their goal is to get subscribers to continue coming back every month.
Right,
So they figure that shorter things that get you coming back each month for something different is what's going to get you to come back, which is why they're going to the short format. How could we get the long formats again? I'm not exactly sure, but I think you could probably come up with a system that gives you that. But do the studios want to pay for it? That's the question.
We need to bring back two things: advertisers and bullies. That would fix all this.
That fixed the world, man.
Yeah. So speaking of which, let's watch this teaser trailer. And full disclosure, guys, I'm going to be pausing it every often to try to avoid a copyright claim because Warner Brothers is crazy litigious when it comes to copyrights. So just bear with me on that. All right, this is, I'm going to theater mode here. This is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone official teaser. Oh my God, Shane. Now you're not even on frame anymore. You're just completely out of frame. I'll fix that one.
Yeah, he's actually trying to devour me.
Yeah, you look like you're trying to devour John. Look at this. Oh my God. All right. Whatever. We'll figure that out in a second. All right, so here it is. The teaser trailer.
I told you. You are a normal boy.
So I'm not a Harry Potter guy, right? Okay. I didn't really watch Harry Potter. My kid loves Harry Potter, and I can really care less. I was a little too old when Harry Potter first came out, and I had some friends that were like my age that were like oddly into it. They're like, "Oh, we gotta watch the new Harry Potter series, dude," and I'm like, "Why?" But let me get this right. He is like an adopted kid that's abused.
Well, he lives with his aunt and uncle, and basically his parents are dead. Right. And he lives under the stairs. Now, at least in the movie, he had a bed. It looks like it's just a cell for him in this show. So,
they just throw him in a chair cell. I mean,
under
chair.
the stairs.
Stairs chair.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. Moving on.
That's his bedroom.
Oh, his bedroom is under the stairs?
Under the stairs, yeah.
Start acting like one.
Didn't we see a movie like that once? Like The Children Under the Stairs or something?
Yeah, it's called Harry Potter, the Philosopher's Stone.
All right.
No, it was actually the people under the stairs. It's a John Carpenter film. Yes.
Okay.
You think you're something special?
Is this how it is in the movie where she's like angrily chopping his hair off?
No.
Is
she's
it
angry.
Have you read the book, Shane?
I have, yeah.
I mean, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so I've only seen bits of the movies over the years. But what they're doing, like here, from what we've briefly seen, is this sort of more relevant to the books than it is to the movies?
No, it's not. They're just amping up they're amping up the torture, because what is today's society about? It's about victims, and it's about torment and what the bad things people are going through, right? If you go back to Star Trek or anything happening, they want to make it, and granted, his aunt was not nice, didn't really like him. They were mean to him. But they are definitely taking this to another level. We'll say the kid looks Harry Potter-ish. He doesn't look like he has the charisma of the original character, the original actor, which I just drew a blank on his name, and I don't have an internet to look it up. But
John, he's one of your people. What's his name?
He's not one of my people.
What's the original Harry Potter's actor's name?
Come on, John. He's one of your people. He's one of your clan.
Harry Potter.
Everybody wants to say Elijah Woods, but it's not Elijah Woods. It's the other one. Sorry, guys.
Daniel Radcliffe. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, Daniel Radcliffe.
Isn't he?
He's not one of mine.
He's not?
Not one of mine. No.
He's not English?
He's English, but he's an arse, isn't he? So he didn't get a pass as far as.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now he plays in crazy movies.
Yeah.
That's true. He always plays like the bad guy lately. You notice that?
Or the weirdo.
Yeah, or
yeah.
There is nothing special.
Damn, bro. She's like pointing the scissors.
She's pointing the scissors at him.
There's nothing special about you, Harry.
It's just a normal day at work in the UK. What's your problem, guys?
That's Starmer pointing a scissors at you, John.
There's nothing special about you, Harry.
Do you know what? If Starmer was actually going to intimidate someone, it would be the most boring and dull intimidation on the planet.
There's nothing special about you.
About you.
I've always wanted to know about my parents.
So his parents are dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
So tone-wise, from what I've seen of the movies, this is very different already so far. This is very serious tone compared to more of the sort of the whimsical kind of tone.
Yeah,
and magical.
The color grading is really bland. Like, I guess HBO just hates color because there's never any color in any of the shows.
This is Harry Potter as you've never seen him before, in the depths of the subway system.
Epic, dramatic, serious, emotional.
Is it going to turn it into that, you know, what is it, that 80s, 70s, you know, film with what's his name where he starts gunning people in here to get revenge? Because that's what it looks like it's going to happen. It's going to pull a Glock or something.
Harry Potter is John
School
Wick.
shooter. School shooter, Harry Potter.
The Equalizer.
Bravest people I ever
The
met.
Equalizer.
They were funny and
Oh, this is good casting, huh?
No, I don't like this Haggard. I already don't. I see. Here's the problem: when you have a movie where you're it's Haggard. No, it's
Hagrid.
Hagrid. When he's already like way like he's just above and beyond. Like he is the book character. Like the movie character is the book character. Now this guy's soft spoken and kind of a little bit. He looks like him, but he's like. He doesn't sound right to me. But
you know.
All
who
right.
the
Well,
actor is, don't you?
first question for the chat in the comment section: is this a good Hagrid?
yeah, there you go.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Who is it, John?
It's the guy that was in Shaun of the Dead with Simon Pegg.
Yeah. He's Simon Pegg's friend. He made a bunch of
Cornettos.
He made a bunch of Simon Pegg movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
very
One of my favorite movies was, I think it's called End of the World.
Nick Frost, I think it is. Nick Frost.
Yeah, I think he's funny.
Yeah.
clever.
But
They stood up for what
Hagrid is
they
not
believed was
really.
right.
Yeah.
Hagrid is not funny.
Yeah.
Hagrid's imposing. Hagrid is there to defend Harry Potter. Hagrid is not a funny guy. You know, he does things that are humorous, but maybe this guy will pull it off.
Right, maybe.
The next time I see you will be in Hogwarts.
Wait, why does he have an owl in a cage? Did you see that?
It's from the
Will be in
From the books.
Hogwarts.
So he has a pet owl?
yeah. That's part of the whole. I think they help you. They what does the owl do? It takes notes back and forth or something, or
Something
mail
like that.
carrier
I
or
think,
something like
from
that.
what I remember, yeah.
So his aunt
this-
is like abusing him, but allows him to keep a pet owl?
I think he gets it afterwards. I don't think he gets it from her. I think Hagrid goes and helps him get some things before this whole thing begins.
Yeah,
That we
and-
don't see.
And
they
this
all-
was from
Someone said they
this-
all have pet owls.
yeah, and this is from the book as well, isn't it? And this is
Yes.
from the original movie they did. All this
Yeah.
bit.
Right now, he's about to go to the 6 3/4.
No, it's 9 3/4, right?
9 3/4.
Yeah, I only know that because
Yeah.
my kid has a sign outside of her door, like one of those old timey train signs that I had to install, by the way, and it says 9 3/4 or something like that.
Well, you can tell this is fantasy because British railway systems, they're always running extremely late or delayed or permanently delayed at the moment. So he wouldn't be able to catch the train.
Well, also, there's no like crazy Muslim guy there with a knife just frantically wielding around.
Yeah.
Like, this is not very realistic because usually you would have like a psychopath in the background just threatening people with sexual assault and like giant blades.
It's so common now. I just say to him, look, do I get change?
Good one. Good one. We got Weasleys.
Music's gonna kill me.
That was
Weasley's
the
the
Weasley
redhead
family.
kid, right? The scruffy redhead kid.
They got a whole family of redheads, Weasleys. Yeah,
Ah.
becomes one of Harry's best friends.
Oh, I see. Wait. Did they gender bend the old guy?
No,
Mr.
Are you sure?
no, they don't. You'll see him.
Okay.
Mr. Potter. I think we can expect great things from you.
I'm just gonna pause.
And
it
by the
here.
way, the old guy's name is Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
And the beginning of this, I think I said I don't know crap about the Harry Potter stuff, and then I just have been telling you everything.
Yeah, you're like, I was like, you know a lot more about this than I thought you did.
Let's see who you are.
I'm just gonna pause here. You know, I'm seeing
Interesting.
some similarities here between this and Star Wars.
Yeah, I was going to say this. Two rival houses. Have they taken this from Star Trek Academy?
Right. Yeah. So there's like, so an orphan boy, a mysterious orphan boy with incredible powers, lives with his aunt and uncle. Right, is brought to a magical location by an old man. Right,
Well, sort of, yeah.
to learn magic, aka the Force, where he meets a scruffy friend, aka Han Solo. Right, I'm seeing a lot of similarities here.
No,
Instead of lightsabers, it's
well,
wands or whatever they
not-
use.
Look, this is how bad Kurtzman is, guys, because he's literally stolen this whole concept. Because instead of a scruffy old man, it's a scruffy old woman in Academy, and he takes him, who's a genius kid, to the Academy. The wand in Star Trek Academy is his programmable matter. So literally,
Yeah, they're
they have
all
just
copying-
stolen Harry Potter.
Yeah, they're all
Guys,
copying
this
the same thing.
Listen, the hero's journey's been going on for a long time. You can go back to Frodo Baggins or Bilbo. Listen, it's the hero's journey. It's what it is.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm missing here? Where's the little mean blonde kid that made fun of everyone?
He's
He'll be there.
probably different.
Okay, is it weird that that's my favorite character?
A little bit, yeah, bro, because he was not
Yeah.
likable.
He was so likable to me because, like, everything I wanted to say, he would say.
But you're hate watching it, bro. There's a
Yeah, that's
difference.
true. Wait, is that first off? Before we get
Yes,
to Snape, BET
Coolio.
yeah, Coolio. Is that Hermione? Hermione?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is Hermione. Yes,
Am I saying the name right? Hermione?
you're saying it right, Hermione.
Doesn't look like what I thought she would look like.
Well, the other one was a little redheaded girl, of course, or a little brownish.
Oh yeah, we're not allowed to have redheads in Hollywood anymore. I keep forgetting about
That's
that.
correct.
Yeah,
Unless you're a Weasley, apparently. That's
Yeah, you guys. For some reason, redheads have been they've been banned from a lot of productions, and they only get through when it's very specific source material. So here we go. All right, here we go. Hello, cool Snape.
LL Cool Snape. I like that.
So, thing about this is, and look, I have no skin in this game. I have no dog in this fight. I have no pony in this race. Use whatever analogy you want to use here. I don't care, okay? Because I'm not going to watch this show. I barely like to watch my own kids, let alone other people's kids. Let's be real. So, again, I don't really care. But I do care when it comes to the culture war part of this. And I did some research, and again, don't care. Don't care. But according to everything I read, this guy should be a pale white dude.
Well, it was originally played by Alan Rickman. Okay, and in the book, the character is intentionally makes you think that he's evil, that he's bad, and they're drawing you that way. And Alan Rickman, of course, is the best bad guy ever. He pulls off the stringy-haired, black-haired Snape, and he is. And to be fair to this guy, nobody can follow Alan Rickman. I don't give a shit who you are.
No.
Anybody you put in there is going to be less than. My whole thing is, if you're going to replace him, you got to go Alan Rickman-esque. So whether or not you're going to race bend it and put a black guy in, of course they're going to put a black guy in, because that's the way Hollywood works. They're looking for characters that they can do that. Now, did they sit down and let this guy come in and audition for Snape? And they're like, holy shit, he's got Alan Rickman energy. Holy crap. Yeah, okay. Listen, we know he's a black dude, and that's not the way the character was, but he is the best guy who came and auditioned for this. You know what? Fuck yeah, give him the job. Okay, if that's the case, if that's how it went down. Now, if they said, select from these 5 black gentlemen to play Snape, and maybe we'll do interviews, but we're definitely putting a black. Now, that's not right. You shouldn't have done it that way. So if he's the best guy, and let me tell you, as soon as the show comes out and he comes out, he's going to be compared to Alan Rickman's Snape. If he doesn't pull it off, people will freak the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, also, and thank you for this comment here. Also, the second you make him black, it makes Harry's dad like super racist.
It's gonna.
Yeah.
We just lost
It
Shane.
does.
I can feel it. There's no way, because it does make it racist.
Yeah, Shane, can you explain that just briefly?
Yeah, because basically there's things that will happen in the story. The way that you look at Snape and the way that they talk to Snape or are scared of Snape, it's going to make it almost seem like they're afraid of a black man instead of afraid of an evil man. So they're going to have to change up the way that it was written in order to not make it seem a little bit racist. And people have been pointing this out online for a couple of days now, and I can see it happening. So I'm sure they'll ride around.
By the way, I'm with Shane there. Like, I don't care. I don't care very much what you cast in the show, as long as it's the best person for the role. When I say that, A, the best actor, the best performance, and then B, the best look. It needs to be those two things. And maybe they just didn't have anyone that did a good job that actually looked the role. I doubt that out of the thousands of actors you have access to, but
I would argue that there are marquee characters you can't race swap with. Like Harry Potter couldn't have been a black kid. Like he's the marquee character.
Hollywood just said, right? Hold my beer.
I know.
But Harry Potter's going to be a little black girl in 10 years, bro. Are you kidding me?
No. In 10 years, it'll be Harriet Potter.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, there are marquee characters that you can't swap. And now a Snape, can you get away with it? You might be able to get away with doing this. Now, people are going to be upset about it because true fans of Harry Potter, they envision only one type of person playing this role. But if you're going to race swap a character, you have to make it a tertiary character like Snape, I would say.
Right.
I think I can understand why people are upset about it, because like Brian, I've got no skin in the game on this one at all, because I've never really watched it. But it's like me with Doctor Who, it's like me with Star Trek, it's like me with Star Wars. You know what they've done to those, I was extremely passionate about. So I get it 100%.
Don't forget what they did to your My Little Pony series, dude.
Oh mate, I tell you what, that and the trolls, mate. I tell you what.
Are you a brony?
We're hardcore, bro. We're hardcore brodies here. Imagine if we made fun of Harry Potter for like 20 minutes, then we revealed that we're hardcore brodies.
Guys! For crying out loud! I told you before the show, I have my Little Ponies because I can braid their hair because I can't do it to myself. That's why I do it.
BRANE Show bronies. There we go.
The BRANE Show bronies. Oh, there's Dumbledore.
There we go.
Yeah,
I said Dumbledore. Whatever.
I was going to say like Christian Dorff or whatever. It's like an action wizard.
Yeah, I guess I guess no one can really come close to the movies. Like the movies were so popular, even the people that don't really care for them, like those are the characters I see as these characters now.
He looks
really hard.
And I can't see anyone else, and I'm not even a huge fan. Like you know what one thing I do love about the Harry Potter movies? Ready? the music score is epic. I mean, some of the greatest cinematic, composites of all time. And it's right up there with like classics. It's such a good score, but I don't really care about it.
Is it me, guys, or does Dumbledore look more like a rabbi in this series? I'm seeing rabbi.
He's holding one of those knives that for circumcisions. He goes, the Muggles are here. Muggles, aka Gentiles. Oh, wait a minute.
It's your time, Harry.
So what if this is okay? Wait. So what if this is like an allegory, and the wizards, they're the Jews, and the non-wizards are the Gentiles, and that's why they use words like Muggle, right? And isn't Harry like a half Muggle or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, was his mother? His mother was a Muggle. No, his parents were both. No, he didn't have a Muggle. It's the Weasleys that had a Muggle.
The Weasleys are the Muggles.
Potter's both of his parents.
The dirty Muggles. The uncircumcised Muggles.
Yeah, they slum it.
Okay.
Yeah, Richard Harris is going to be hard to follow in this role. So we'll see how it gets pulled off. But, there's just some people who play iconic characters. And it's very hard to... to recapture the magic. And some of these Harry Potter characters the actors who played them were very good. So this will be interesting.
All right.
Are you really Harry Potter?
All right. So that is John Lithgow. Thank you, Christopher. All right. Yeah. So
and listen, John Lithgow is a fantastic actor. He's just one of the greats. So I mean, maybe he can pull it off.
That's it. That's the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone series.
Is he going to play it like he did his role in Cliffhanger? Do you reckon?
That's a pretty good bad guy. That's a pretty good bad guy in Cliffhanger. I want to see him play the role in Step Parent? No. What was the movie he did with Will Ferrell? I love those movies.
Step Brothers.
No, it wasn't Step Brothers. It's one where Will Ferrell marries somebody who already has kids.
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home. Yeah, I want that Lithgow.
Yeah, he played that in like Daddy's Home 2, though. He wasn't in the first one.
Yeah, Daddy's Home 2. Both great movies.
Great, yeah, really funny. We do got a super chat here from Kenneth the Rogue, and it's a great. First off, thank you for the $20 super chat, Ken. You are a epic, legendary super producer. But also got a good point here. Adam Driver would have been a great Snape, at least in appearance.
Perfect Snape. At least, and he's a great actor.
Not just in appearance, but of course he could have pulled that off.
Absolutely.
I don't know why. Yeah, did that didn't even come up? Did no one?
Maybe they didn't want to pay for him. Maybe they want to pay for him.
How many times over the years, though, have we talked about various shows and we've said about Arse? Everyone has said that person would be great in that role, and yet Hollywood would go, "Sorry, what?"
No.
Yeah, I don't really understand it. And yeah, maybe it was too expensive, so they hired some dude off TaskRabbit to play him instead, I guess. I don't know. Are you going to be watching this show? Let us know in the comment in the chat. Are you guys actually interested in this? I can care less. I know for a fact my kid's going to probably make me like rearm my stupid HBO account just to watch this, but I don't know.
And how do you feel about a Black Snape? We're curious to see what other people think. Is it going to be that big of a deal? How does Hermione look to you? Because I got to tell you, she looks underwhelming even as a child character. The other Hermione definitely seemed to pop more with her personality, but we'll see.
And how many of you guys are Gentiles or Muggles? And one last question: are you circumcised?
That's episode 4 of season 1.
For you to find out.
All right, we're moving on from this crazy weird topic. You got damn Muggles. All right.
Brian, what's a Muggle?
A Muggle is like
no. That's what you're saying. What's a Muggle?
Yeah. A Muggle's a Gentile.
I thought you knew a lot more about Harry Potter. I really did. I thought you did.
I don't know shit about it.
You're like a Harry Potter guy.
No, my kids are. Everything I know is from tangentially watching it through other people's entertainment.
It's like my nieces adore it, but I've never watched all of them through, to be honest. I think I've done 4 of them, I think, from memory.
Yeah, I think I've seen all the movies, but it never never all the way through.
Yeah.
And like in bits and pieces, I've seen but I do love the theme music is incredible.
Yeah,
I had a membership, or whatever you call it, a season pass an annual pass for Universal, and we got that because it was like buy a day and pay like an extra $10 and get it for like the whole year. And like I'm sitting there and I'm gonna buy tickets for me and my family to go to Universal. And I'm like, so for $10 more, we can come every day the rest of the year? They're like, yes. I'm like, who doesn't sign up for this?
That's what they say, right? Yeah.
So I signed up for it, and then once you get an annual pass or something, you need to make sure you go. And I think I went like 3 or 4 times, right? Which made me feel great because it was a $10 investment. Anyways, one really cool thing is they have like Harry Potter Land or Wizarding World or
Wizarding World. Yeah.
And it's really immersive. Like, first off, it actually looks like from the movies. You get the train, the aesthetic. It reminded me of like old Disneyland lands where they actually put effort into it before everything became super glossy and commercialized to the point where it doesn't look anything like, it looks like an AI version of whatever that franchise is. They actually look like they built a giant castle, and you can go into shops, and they have a wand shop, and if you're in the wand shop long enough, it actually turns into like a thing where they select a kid to get a wand. My kid got selected like on the 3rd thing, and I was very happy for her until I found out that once they select her, you're gonna have to pony up $100 for the fucking wand.
For the wand.
I was like, awesome.
Joke's on you, Dad.
Dude, we went 3 different times, and she finally got selected. She's a huge Harry Potter fan. I'm like, oh, it's good. I'm so happy for her. And they're going through this whole thing and teaching her how to use the wand, and she's really into it, and like her face is lit up. She's so happy, and they're like, okay, Dad, how do you want to pay for that? I'm like, what do you mean pay for that? I thought you were gonna give her a wand. No, it's $100 plus tax. I'm like, what the? And you know what you can't do? You can't leave there without that motherfucking wand.
Of course you can't. Now it's on you.
You're not allowed to.
How it ended.
Right. I'm like, oh yeah. I left there. I started happy. I left there so angry. My kid was ecstatic. She's like, I got a wand, man. I'm like, $100. And she's like, can we get some butterbeer? I'm like, no, that's $100. But they also have butterbeer, and they have like cold butterbeer and hot butterbeer, and it's just a really cool land or whatever you want to call it.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah, and even though I don't care for the series at all or the franchise really outside the music, I looked at what they did there, and I'm like, this is really impressive. I wish when I was a kid that we had a version of that for Star Wars. Or Star Trek.
Oh yeah, 100. I was just going to say that. The closest I got to it was Vegas with the Hilton, with the Las Vegas the Star Trek experience.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Before they shut it down. Right,
Yeah.
but I remember going to Disneyland thinking, why doesn't Disneyland have a Star Wars land?
Well, because they came out in the 50s and they hadn't created new lands. So it was like, Tomorrowland actually became, now if you remember in the 2000s, they did turn Tomorrowland into, they had like Darth Vader come out, and then you got Star Tours, and they do like this, so they started adding Star Wars elements to it. But
and then they recently added Tatooine,
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge.
It's not Tatooine at all.
Yeah,
they made sure. In fact, Kathleen Kennedy said, "No, don't make it Tatooine because Tatooine won't mean anything in the future because we're going places with Star Wars. So don't do Tatooine. Do something stupid.
It's supposed to
look like Star Wars at all.
But it's supposed to be like Tatooine-esque, right?
No, it's not. They specifically were going to do a Tatooine Star Wars land, and they didn't because Kathleen Kennedy told them it's not a good idea because we're going. So they built like a generic Star Wars land. Yeah, it's like got boulders And I'm like, what the hell is with the boulders? It's not Tatooine at all.
Yeah, it's weird because like the Galaxy's Edge is sort of like what AI would create if you said create me a Star Wars land at Disneyland. It feels like, yes, it has Star Wars aesthetics, but it has no soul like whatsoever.
Blame Brian. As a kid, he actually made a wish with the monkey's paw. He said, I want a Star Wars land, and then modern day.
Yeah, but I got the monkey's paw off Temu, and this is what we get.
I will say the Star Wars ride is the best ride at Disneyland now.
That's the one with the holographic stuff?
It's where you walk and you end up in like...
It has like holograms, right?
I don't know if it's hologram, whatever.
Yeah, it looks really real.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but it's like half of it's like hologram. So they're using like that that same wall they use. I always forget what it's called. The same wall they use in Star Trek Discovery, the one where you shoot on. Vision.
Well, no, when you go into that thing, it's a space. Like those stormtroopers are really standing there. So I don't know.
Right.
They're models, but
they're not all standing there. So some of them are real, and some of them are models, and then the ones in the distance are using that wall technology.
I believe so.
What's that wall technology called, John?
The Vault, is it, or something like that?
Someone in the chat, tell me what it's called.
The wall technology.
No, it's basically it tracks the people's movements so that it sort of changes their perspective.
Yeah,
and they use it for shooting. It was real famously used for The Mandalorian. I forgot what it's called. Anyways, who cares? But behind them, so you have like the real stormtroopers, and then you have some models. And in the distance, you have the wall stormtroopers and stars and stuff. So it has so much depth where you're looking at it, and from your perspective, like you're talking about like 10 feet of space, but it looks like 400 feet. It looks
right.
It looks so immersed, and I'm telling you guys, it looks real, like really real.
It looks real,
and you can lean. It's not like a screen. Like you can lean over the thing, and like it's an open, huge space.
You walk through. You walk. You get out of a transport and literally
volume. It used to be called stagecraft. It's called volume.
Oh,
yeah, volume. Thank you, Christopher. Yes, they're using volume tech in addition to real actors and some models and some animatronics. And it's crazy immersive. Best ride I've ever been on, hands down. And I'm going from the perspective that I'm like so apathetic about Star Wars, I don't care. Like I'm so apathetic that there's no cure for my apathy. But I'm telling you, I'm walking through and I'm like, this is pretty freaking rad. I'm like, I started to feel something for a moment, you know?
Yeah.
My dark, dead soul started to stir. And then we got into the ride. And the look on my kid's face when I'm like, you got the guns and you got the turrets. And but even though it should have been awesome, every time I've gotten to the ride, I somehow got gypped where we got put with some losers that didn't want to participate in the fun.
Oh, that was the Millennium Falcon ride. So those are two different rides.
Oh, is there?
So there's a Millennium Falcon ride, which you do with other people, which is lame.
No, is that Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, so the Millennium Falcon doesn't have a cool walkthrough. It's Rise of
the Resistance or something. Is it?
Rise of the Resistance, I think. Yeah, and that one's the one where you're like going against Kylo Ren, and you end up in a car where like he's chasing you and shit.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, sorry.
I gotta be honest,
both of those were things were really cool.
I gotta be honest, guys. If I went on that ride, I don't care how much money they've spent and how immersive it is. If a flipping actor comes in portraying Rey, I'm headbutting her. That's it. I'm sorry. That's breaking my bubble, my experience.
So
they just do this to you.
The one thing I can say that's good about Galaxy's Edge is the actors that walk around, like they're good. They do seemingly take it pretty seriously and they stay in character.
You must have went when it mattered now, because I went in December and I didn't even see any actors walking around.
Oh yeah, stormtroopers walk around, they harass you and stuff.
Well, I didn't get that.
And then you have some rebel people that will like you'll be like sitting there eating something and they'll run through and they'll be like, they're like, I wasn't here. You're like, what, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that would have been cool. I didn't get that.
Shane's experience is totally different, where there's like a Rey walking around with a beard and a cigarette in her mouth going,
Hey,
And
Force is
she's
strong.
sweeping up the trash.
nothing wrong with this. I'm wearing a metal bikini. Like, why are you doing this to me?
Get away from my kids, man.
One thing that sucked was that my kids are like, Dad, can we have some of the blue milk? And I'm like, I guess. And then I found out
$400
it's like $18 for like a little thing of blue milk.
for a shot.
It's like this thing.
Why though?
Yeah, this thing. So
That's
it's
a
like,
pretty big bottle for 18
yeah,
bucks.
it's a big bottle of blue milk, and it has like a light up thing in it. What the hell?
What the hell did they milk?
I don't know. How it used to light up. It's not lighting up anymore. But basically, it's like a jug, and oh man, it's super dirty. Jeez. But it is like a wall jug, so it does stay cold. But what you're seeing here is not all of it. It's like only the core is where the milk is. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get this huge thing of milk for like $18. I'm like, okay, but look at the core. That's all the milk. So it's like that much. It's like 12 ounces of milk in this entire huge container, bro.
Of course, yeah.
So what you're paying for is not the milk. You're paying for like the themed container, but apparently the light stopped working.
Can you imagine walking around Disney on a hot day drinking blue milk?
Oh, I know. I told my kids they weren't gonna like
That's how
it.
society ends, quite frankly.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like the Wizarding World thing is very immersive, very well done. It reminded me of like the old Disneyland days, where someone who cared about it actually put it together, and not whatever AI slop we're doing now. So that's the one thing I'd say. Like the people behind Harry Potter, historically, have been real creatives with real like skills, and I would hate for that to go away from my kids the way Star Wars has gone away from me, because it feels like they're going down the same path where I felt so excited about Star Trek as a kid, and as time went on, it just got worse and worse and worse.
I think the Harry Potter fans are experiencing what we've all experienced as well, and I think we're now at a point where whenever I hear of a show that I loved as a kid, I don't want it back now. Whereas in the past, I'd have been excited to get a reboot or a new series of something I loved. Now I just dread the fact that they might bring it up. I laughed the other day that they're actually going to be doing a Murder, She Wrote movie with Jamie Lee Curtis, and I was like,
oh yes, I saw that.
oh dear me, they really are scraping the barrel now.
I'm just like, I don't know how you can like put her on. We've seen her breasts, and I just don't think it's a good idea to ever have her play like old Angela Lansbury character after that's occurred.
Yeah,
So I'm just
she
Everybody in Cabot Cove has seen her.
Still has a pretty good body for how old she is.
if you ever saw Trading Places, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm into older women, and like she's still.
Oh, you are.
She's still really attractive.
Protect your grandmas. All I'm saying.
No, I just have a healthy appreciation for older women that like held their femininity.
It peaked at True Lies for me.
What? Come on, bro.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's where it peaked. That was like her youngest.
She didn't look good in Halloween,
but that scene in True Lies where she's doing.
I never liked her hair. I never liked her hair or her face. She can't control that. I'm saying that she has kept it healthy and tight, and I have a lot of respect for that. And obviously, my favorite, you guys know this, is the chick from The Expanse. I have no idea how she's managed to keep her figure for like 78 years. It's incredible, an incredible achievement, dude. Anyways,
that should be a clip, by the way. We could put sexualizing Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm not gonna do that.
Brian likes guilt.
I don't want to be canceled.
Yeah, but not the face.
Put a bag over it.
All right. Speaking of gilfs and franchises that have been milked out of existence, we need to talk about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Your favorite free speech advocate himself Stephen Colbert and his son, nepotism is extreme, is going to be writing a new Lord of the Rings movie. How do we feel about this, guys?
My take is going to be surprising for people. So I'm going to let John go first because people are going to be like, what? Go ahead, John.
I remember a time when I was growing up when you'd see someone attached to write a movie or a show and you looked at their track record, you looked up their track record and you're like, they're qualified to do this. They're actually decent at what they do. And then I saw this news and I thought to myself, it's just really one big club helping each other out at this point, isn't it? There's no way that guy should ever be writing a Lord of the Rings movie or his son. And I'm going to be interested in your take now.
I don't know. I don't know who his son is. Before you go on your weird take, I would like to.
I'll tell you who his son is. He's fucking nobody.
Yeah.
So he's like literally nobody.
Yeah.
I would like to point out though that he has written a lot in the past, but everything that Colbert has written, everything has been live television stuff. Saturday Night Live, The Daily Show, Stranger Things. It's all comedy and it's all like late night comedy essentially. So he is not a writer that writes deep characters. The guy writes sketches at best. So now let me hear your take, Shane.
So initially when this first came out, everybody was like, no, oh my God. And all of our favorite YouTubers were like, really angry and unhappy about it. And I get why. Like, I mean, it's Stephen Colbert. Like literally his politics suck so bad that he has allowed his Trump derangement syndrome to basically overtake everything it is about him. Because to be honest with you, before 2016, the guy was not bad to watch. He was funny. He actually had interesting takes. And
he said he was playing a character back then, though. That's what he said. Well, I was playing a character back then.
He convinced me. Now, I think that he does not have the talent, skill, or probably the ability, and neither does his son, who has never. If you look at his son's IMDb, there's nothing on it because he's never done anything. So I don't think either one of them have the talent to write a script. So now we'll say Philippa Boyen, who is one of the Peter Jackson acolytes, who was part of Lord of the Rings, the original trilogy that they made. She is his supervisor for this task. She will be helping him write it. And I will say something else for Stephen Colbert. He is a Tolkien super fan. Like he's a super fan. Like loves Tolkien. I mean, he loves it more than I do, and I love Tolkien. And if you go back, you can actually track his entire history of love for Tolkien so much that he loved Peter Jackson's movies so much he immersed himself. He went to New Zealand. He made a short movie, which I think I sent you guys or Brian to look at, which was not actually pretty funny. And he made himself one of the characters. He was actually in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. He played only a second. He's the guy with the thing that taps on the window. That's Stephen Colbert. He's in the movie. So what we know is that he loves Lord of the Rings. And something else we also know is that he hated Rings of Power. Hated Rings of Power. He said it was awful, wasn't true to Tolkien, and he couldn't stand it. So while we hate his politics, he has the same outlook on Tolkien as the rest of us, pretty much. He does look at him that way. The question is, will Stephen Colbert push to make this new series woke? Will he try to add characters that don't make sense? The character description or the story description that's come out says that this takes place 12 or 14 years after Frodo has already after he's passed. And this is funny. A lot of you dumb shits out there on X, and I'm going to call you dumb shits because listen, before you have a hot take on something, fucking look it up. Okay. Frodo went to the Grey Havens. He retired with Gandalf, but that meant that he was basically going to go die. So when they say he retired, he went off to the Grey Havens. Who knows what happened to Frodo? But they're all like, oh, great. They killed Frodo. I'm like, no, guys, read the book or watch the movie before you say some stupid shit.
It drives me nuts when people have tourists are trying to get in on the culture war and trying. You know what it reminds me of? Like, you ever see a fight in high school where like two guys are fighting, but like a couple like the small guys on the end are like trying to get in there and get their little kicks in.
Yeah.
But they don't actually want to be part of the fight because they couldn't hold their own. A lot of these ex people are like that. We're like they want to be part of the culture war, but they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Right. They're straight up tourists to all this stuff, so they just regurgitate and repeat what their favorite influencers and YouTubers say. And they just say nonsense. They're like the guys on the outskirts, like, oh, let me get that kick in. Let me get that kick in.
Yeah.
Because they have no idea what they're talking. And whenever I see someone with like 50,000 followers and they're like, that's not what Star Trek was. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. If you're a tourist, stay out of the fight, bud. If you don't know, if you haven't watched 300 hours of Star Trek, then you shouldn't be commenting on the lore of it, you idiot.
Yeah.
Or at least look it up first. Sorry.
So the confusing, no, you're 100% right. The confusing part of it though is that the studio put out, or whoever put out, that the story is going to be about Sam and his daughter, right? And 12 or 14 years later, and they're going through some adventure after it happened. Now, the story that Colbert pitched Peter Jackson was actually a story that they left cut out of the original trilogy, and it was when they go to the Barrow Whites. So they're on their way to, I think it's to Bree, or maybe just after Bree, and they end up in like giant old cemeteries, and they end up facing these Barrow Whites. The whole story was supposed to take place that he pitched. So there's some confusion. Like, he pitched this story. Peter Jackson said, maybe that sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You know, we would see Tom Bombadil probably, which was totally cut out of the trilogy. But now the studio is saying, no, it takes place 12 years after Lord of the Rings, based on a unpublished next series or next story that Tolkien was going to tell that he never got published. So I'm confused as to what the story is going to be about. But what I'll say about Colbert is if he infuses his politics into Tolkien, then it'll suck really bad. And he may not be a good writer, but I do believe Philippa and Peter would fix it. They wouldn't let him go. You can tell when he's on.
Poor Shane keeps freezing.
On set, what he's doing. So, am I freezing too much?
It's right. You get finish.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I think that if he is handcuffed and controlled, then and let him help. That's probably what this is going to be. And based on how the hunt for Golem goes, would be maybe it might not suck, is what I'm telling you guys. So, because he hates Rings of Power, we hate Rings of Power. I don't like Stephen Colbert's politics, but it might not suck. And I know that's not what people want to hear, but I think it might be the truth.
All right. Well, let's watch this. This is what Shane sent me. This is a little interview. We're going to fast forward through the interview and get to the little short he made.
Oh. I've been sharing with you my incredible Earth in Lake
Stream. All right.
Oh, you think you got booted?
Yeah. Because I heard something ping. Oh, we're good.
Looking okay.
You guys, we're still here. You guys still hear us, right? Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to it for as long as it's not gonna ruin us. Here we go.
We held an online contest. It was a big mistake.
The greatest wizard. That's actually really funny because whenever like the postal service or a school or something does online contests, always goes poorly. The internet will always choose the worst possible option.
Right. The funniest or worst name, yeah.
Dude, when they were making like the new Forever stamp and they let the internet decide, essentially, it ended up being like a 6-year-old drawing of a monster. Like,
that's the one I'd pick.
It was so funny, bro. And like 4 years later, when they did the I voted stickers, some like in like Ohio, they let them vote on it, and again, it was like a giant monster with a drawn monster with a penis, and it said I voted. This is the internet, you guys. That tavern is responding to him.
About.
And you know what's funny is like the way he was talking about Lord of the Ring there is that like reminds me of like the way we talk about like Marvel and DC movies. Like, no, you don't get it. Okay, Thanos, he was actually trying to save the universe. Okay, let me think about it. That
was funny.
That was really, dude. Elijah Woods as Frodo. He's like, yeah, F it, I'm in. He hasn't got nothing going on, dude.
No, I mean honestly, so you can see why. Like, I get why people are like Stephen Colbert, right? And in the culture war of politics, in the late night show disgustingness that these late night show guys are acting by being kind of unfair, I can see it. But also when you see like what kind of fan he is and the fact that maybe he aligns with us on the way Tolkien should be made, perhaps it won't be so bad as long as he's not in charge.
Peter Jackson. Yeah, Peter Jackson kept getting it confused with Star Wars and Harry Potter.
Use the Force, young Padawan.
We got Star Wars. Have you read these books?
It was good.
No, that was actually. Yeah. So I thought it was going to be like sort of chuckle, friendly, cheesy, whatever. But it's funny. It was like a slow burn where it started off that way and slowly got funnier and funnier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The first part was actually funny when he's like, yeah. So I'm telling you, I sexually pleasured a tree.
Right. Two girls. He's like, what?
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. That whole thing was good.
Wouldn't it be better of him doing actually like a spoof of Lord of the Rings? It would work better.
Like Scary Movie, but like fantasy or something like that.
Or Spaceballs style, you know.
Yeah, no, it would be cool. I mean, the guy is like collected. He owns like original shit from the Tolkien estate and stuff.
Of course
like,
he
does. He's like he is a huge fan. And like I'm saying, like
the
as a writer,
the blurb cease and desist.
From Variety. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, yes, it seems like it's going to be a train wreck, but when you dig deeper, you think it might not end up being a train wreck, depending on if Peter Jackson is still holding it together and Philippa controls him.
Yeah. Well, let us know what you guys think in the chat, in the comments. I mean, with John, though, I almost would rather him just make a comedies of this. Like,
it would be funny. I mean, it would be really funny.
Can we? Yeah, Stephen Colbert should 100% create just a comedy movie set in Middle Earth.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, here's the question. I was about to move on, but actually, I do have an actual question here. Why in the world can we only produce things that Tolkien wrote? Can we just create from that IP?
Well, then you get rings. Then you get Rings of Power.
But wasn't Rings of Power also based on something that he wrote?
It was based on the Silmarillion. But the problem is like, if it depends on it's serious. If you're making a serious Tolkien movie, you better get it right. If you're going to make a spoof, who gives a shit? You know, it's just got to be funny. But you know, it depends on what you're going to do. So you better be in the spirit of Tolkien if you're going to make something serious, as Rings of Power found out. But you could do this kind of spoof on Aragorn. I mean, you realize that Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas were running like 100 miles, and that's why that character's like, I think we should go downhill. Like they didn't sleep and they ran like 100 miles. It was crazy. So I mean, he could do some funny stuff.
Yeah. What I'm saying though is like, this is going to be based on some unpublished manuscript or whatever, right? Which means some notes that got sent for something he was writing that didn't actually happen.
Yeah, it was bought. So the studio bought. So it's owned. Amazon owns some of it. Warner Brothers owns some of it, and they're able to pick and choose based on different works and stuff. And then they can also add their own thing. So
like, yeah. Can they just make their own original series based on Middle Earth?
Yeah, they're going to. It's happening.
That has nothing to do with what Tolkien wrote before outside the franchise setup, the canon.
Tolkien's next story was unpublished, and all he has is notes, so it can't be based on any official work.
Yeah, okay, that's the question I had, because it seems like everything we do has to be based on Tolkien. I would love to see that universe unfold, forward, and you can't really go forward.
Done by the right person,
right?
Knowing how he would have done. It's hard. It's like, look at John's face right now. It's like, oh, you want to go forward with Tolkien shit? Really? You know what you're up against. You know what,
Yeah,
what level
yeah.
we're going to hold you to.
I want to go forward in the story. I hate prequels, and I'm so tired of us. We always have to go backwards with every story. Like, listen, either stop the franchise altogether or go forward, but stop going backwards. It's really confusing.
We know what we'll get going forward. They'll be going along Hobbiton, and then there'll be a trans community.
Well, then
village.
don't create it at all. But like,
don't do it. Yeah.
Don't do it at all. But like, I don't want to
Exactly.
see another effing prequel of a prequel of a prequel. I'm so tired of it. I have no interest in watching a story where I know the outcome already every time.
I'm at a point now where I just want somebody to come out with new stuff, to start making new stuff that they can go forward with how they want to go forward in it. I'm fed up of them coming in and just ruining everything.
Right.
Just
Well, I
come
tell
up
you
with
what.
something original.
I tell you what, Apple TV has just bought the rights to Brandon Sanderson's work, which we've never seen in movies or television, and he's one of the best fantasy science fiction writers today. He completed the Wheel of Time, Jordan's Wheel of Time. I mean, if now he's a guy I would trust maybe to write on to Tolkien. Not everybody I think would be qualified to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments and the chat. I do want to highlight this message from Kenneth Rogue before we end this clip. How many people were supposed to love the IP and still put their message into it? That's a good point, because we've had people in the past that were like, "Oh yeah, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I love everything about Star Trek," and then they made the ship gay. Well,
even Peter Jackson screwed up The Hobbit. He changed the story, which made a lot of people not like The Hobbit, the three movies, because he added like a romance scene, created a character that didn't exist, and had a whole, even though she was really, it ended up being interesting characters, but that's not the way Tolkien wrote it, and people were upset.
Right. All right. Let us know what you guys think in the chat and in the comments. I did want to point out that Kenneth Rogue also said, and thank you, Kenneth Rogue, man. You are just like supporting the show. He said they don't even have a script. Yeah, they don't. That's true.
They don't.
They don't have a script.
It's an idea. Yeah.
It's an idea. It's an idea of an idea. He also sent 5 more BRANE memberships. Listen, Ken, at this rate,
you're great.
half of YouTube is going to be memberships to the channel because of you, my friend.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Speaking of which, quick little side plug. If you want to be a member of the channel, it's as simple as clicking the join button bottom left, because after the public show here, we do another hour where we just get weird, and we'd say the things and talk about things that we probably shouldn't be talking about on the public side, and we're a little more uncensored, a little more unfiltered. And that's the membership section. Also, our best clips have come from the membership section, so you always can see those clips like next week, or you can watch in the membership section if you're a member.
It gets freaky naughty in there. It really does.
Freaky naughty. I'll say it again. I like the way you said that.
Freaky naughty.
Freaky naughty.
All right, man. Thank you again for that, Ken. You're the man, dude. Let's talk about. Hold up. Oh, this is gonna be good. I just gotta pull this up real quick. Okay. So, here we go. We got some news coming out of the new Ryan Coogler X-Files series. And you know what's interesting? Gillian Anderson, who played Scully, she'd said something recently that I'm going to play for y'all. And we're going to talk about this because I don't think I agree with her. But, to each their own.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I know you publicly talked about the X-Files reboot, so I have to ask you now. Because you said you were interested. Have you talked to Ryan at all about anything?
We've had a few conversations.
Okay. That's good news.
He's such a cool guy, and so talented, and the pilot script is really good. And so,
Okay, that's good.
I would say have an open mind and give it a chance.
Red flag.
Because it's
Red
gonna be
flag.
fucking cool.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag. Red flag alert.
Can I just say right now, swap out Gillian Anderson with Sarah Michelle Gellar, and you've basically got exactly the same thing as you had with Buffy when that was announced. You know, that red flags everywhere, as you guys were just saying. This, and again, when you bring it up in a minute, we said that this was likely to happen. We didn't believe they would go that way, that far, but they went and did it.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
so
good
we
call.
also had some new casting too, which we're going to talk about right after this. The thing is, Gillian Anderson has always been sort of, you know,
Pro-feminist and shit.
yeah, a woke kind of actor. She's never gone like overboard, but like if someone was like thinking that she wouldn't support a series that was going to butcher the source material, I'll tell you right now, if she thought it was progressive, she would. And I'm sorry to tell you that if you are like a super fan of hers, I am. But the thing is, if she would definitely say, and this is the kind of actor that would put the progressive message over the source material. Now, would she rather have it where it honored the source material and had a progressive message? Of course. But in the hierarchy of importance, I believe that she thinks virtue signaling is more important than the story itself. And she's always been that way. Whether she's a good actor or not is irrelevant. That's the way she's felt for a long time. And you can go back at all of her work. It's like all of her public statements have always been very pro woke, you know?
Yeah, and she was great, in the X-Files. But I can't think of anything else outside of it that I really cared about her in. She was just a great for that character. And, I don't know exactly what they're coming out to do, but the fact that you say keep an open mind, like that tells me that it's not going to be what we expect it to be. If you say keep an open mind, that means, I recognize that it's not going to be what it used to be, but keep an open mind about it.
Right.
It's good.
Again, I said before, the X-Files was lightning in a bottle, perfect casting, and great writing. It just worked at that time. And even if you had everyone back, as was proved when they came back to do the new series a few years back, they couldn't replicate it. And now you're saying that you want to do this new series where all new, all diverse X-Files. It's just not going to happen. This one is going to be flushed into the toilets of history very, very quickly.
Yeah, listen, guys, when Reddit is not on your side, you've lost the fight. Okay.
Yeah.
So when Reddit immediately for the top comment on this news of the casting was LOL dead on arrival, you've lost because Reddit's as progressive as it gets.
Yeah.
So one thing this is her quote verbatim. I would say have an open mind. Give it a chance. It's going to be effing awesome or effing cool. It's something different. It's different and it's special.
It's different.
So give it a break. Now, this is the important part. I need to show you guys. These are the new cast members. What are we looking at here, guys? Well,
it's a race swap.
Mulder on the right, Indian dude, and a black chick is replacing Scully. Okay, so where did I get this news? Well, this is the new news for the casting. Ryan Coogler's X-File pilot casts Himesh Patel opposite Daniel Deadwyler. Now, the thing is, I actually think this guy is a decent actor. I have no problem.
I've only seen him in one thing. He was in a movie called Yesterday, which was like a time travel piece for the Beatles. And he was really good in that movie. But it's the only thing I've ever seen him in.
So I've seen him in... excuse me. I've seen him in a few things. He was in like Don't Look Up and
but he wasn't memorable in that. to me.
No, but you know what was memorable in? The franchise. So the franchise is a really cool series, in my opinion.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It came on HBO Max. He plays the main character, okay? If you guys haven't seen this, you should watch it. And it's basically a story about a creative group that are trying to make like a superhero film and how they have to deal with the studio and all that. And there's no superhero. It's all dramatic and comedy. And it's about that process. And it's very funny. And he's essentially the main character. He's like the assistant director that is actually doing all the work because the director is too busy being a diva. And he was very good in that. Like really, like legitimately funny and charming. So can he play that character? Maybe.
You know, but are they playing Mulder and Scully? That's the question. Or is this a reimagining or a continuation? John, do you know?
I from what I have heard, it's a continuation. So I don't think it's Mulder and Scully that they're playing.
Yeah.
But again, I said this when season 9 of X-Files came out, when you had the wonderful Robert Patrick, who I thought was really good in X-Files, and he was with Annabeth Gish in the season 9 show. It didn't work then because you didn't have Mulder and Scully. And again, years went by, as I just said, people didn't really warm to the reboot when it came back on, what was it, Amazon at the time, back in 2017?
I think it was Hulu, bro. Hulu.
In UK, I think it was different. But the thing is, I say it's dead on arrival. They're saying I'm sure they've said it's a continuation, but
yeah, this is what it says.
Say Mulder's dead or something like that in the first episode.
Well, this is what it says.
Stubbing his toe.
According to an individual with knowledge on the project, Deadweiler and Patel will be playing wholly new characters rather than new iterations of Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. So the thing is, yeah, if it look, I'll be real with you guys. I'm an X-Files fan. If this comes out and the first episode is like, Mulder's dead, and it's like progressive and woke, and
let's pick up where he left off, yeah.
And it's not a story, and then I'm not interested. But if they actually produce a real continuation with compelling story, and good actors, and like, I'm not gonna not watch it just because an Indian dude is the lead. Okay,
that's fair.
But I will stop watching it the second it starts to try to beat me over the head with some woke preaching, or it tries to downplay the original series, or it tries to minimize what came before it because it thinks it has to minimize the original X-Files in order to lift itself up. That's when I stop watching. But I'm not going to stop watching just because an Indian dude's the lead.
No, I'm a massive X-Files fan like you guys, but the thing that I would say is, yeah, it's in the writing, because I suspect what we will probably get is they will come in, they will be assigned the X-Files. They don't really have any passion for it. That's the problem. The reason the X-Files was so good is Mulder took it upon himself. That was his passion, and he was focused on the X-Files, which made it so great. He was invested in it. If they're not invested in it, why are they going to care what they do?
Why couldn't Patel also be?
He could be. But here's the problem: if Jillian gets to come back in some form, and David doesn't, and David Duchovny's already said that he would love to come back and reprise his character.
Yeah, just like the guy from The Hobby. He's like,
Elijah Wood. Yeah,
he's like Elijah Wood. He has nothing going on. He's like, yeah, why not?
But Ryan Coogler is already borderline, even though he's good at what he does.
He's borderline racist.
He's borderline racist. Yeah. And I understand.
He got him.
Your culture, and you want to.
Hold up, Shane. Hold up. Let it catch up before you finish that thought, because you froze for a second. It's like Coogler is DDoSing your internet connection.
Yeah. Coming through the woods.
Yeah, he's outside. He's sending the white vampire people after you. All right, now you're back. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So listen, if I understand wanting to perpetuate your culture and your race, I totally get it. There's a reason why BET TV exists, and black people have been trying to come up in Hollywood. But if we're at a place of equality, Mr. Kugler, make sure. We've already gone down this road. If you want to have a diverse casting, do it, but don't leave out the white dude for the sake of diversity. When David Duchovny is the heart and soul of X-Files, he really is.
Yeah. Also, what bothers me is that they announced first the Deadweiler casting, almost as if Deadweiler, the black chick, is going to be the lead. Here's my problem with that. And I'm a staunch feminist, guys, but I have like an issue with all these female-led shows from when they came from franchises that had a male lead. And it's not that I have a problem with female-led shows. Some of my favorite shows are female-led shows, but they didn't come from franchises. They didn't spin off or continue from franchises that were once that were a male-led show before, or a movie. When I'm watching The Burbs, the new Burbs with the new black chick as the lead playing the Tom Hanks character, I was so annoyed because I couldn't even enjoy the show, because every time I saw her playing that character, my mind instantly just snapped to Tom Hanks, and you could have created a brand new show. Like a new show. It didn't have to be you resurrecting and beating to crap the Burbs. You could have just made a show. You could have just made a show, Suburbia, and it could have been the same concept.
The studio wouldn't have greenlit it because they only want to greenlight things that have successful past. So in a way, I agree with what you're saying. You're 100% right, but they are also a bit handcuffed. So even if Ryan Coogler wants to create new content, which he did with Sinners, arguably, even though it seems like a copy of something done before.
I mean, it's a vampire show. It's a vampire movie. They're all copies of themselves.
But it's unique.
I did, and I liked Sinners. I know people in the chat are like, "Whoa, you like that?" I actually like Sinners a lot. I've watched it twice.
Call me cynical about this, but I wouldn't be surprised if the whole arc of this first season is going to be Marga was an alien government conspiracy, secret government. It's going to go down that sort of political side of the aisle, I think, and that's going to be wrapped up in a bow in this show. And again, the other thing I would say as well is Chris Carter was a fan of this. He was into the paranormal stuff. Right. He used to listen to Art Bell, and that's why he was invested in it.
To be fair, though, Coogler is also into the supernatural stuff.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
No, he is. Yeah. He's put a lot of posts out there, and he's done podcasts, and he's really into the supernatural. He is. I'm not saying he's on the same level as the guy listening to Art Bell, okay? But I'm saying from what I've seen of his interviews,
I'll reverse what I said.
From what I've seen from his interviews, he does. He's fascinated by aliens and stuff like that too. Like the guy definitely has like Black Joe Rogan vibes, okay?
But he's also not show running this,
right?
So this is just a Ryan Coogler production. You got to remember. So he's not going to oversee this, do the day-to-day, make sure it's going where it's going. This is a Ryan Coogler, which is another part of the problem, is because it's a Ryan Coogler production and you see the crazy, like, super diverse casting, then everything Ryan Coogler is going to be a super diverse thing. So you're going to have Ryan Coogler does this comedy series, and Ryan Coogler does this Yellowstone knockoff, and Ryan Coogler does X-Files. And now all of a sudden, what Hollywood is like, foaming at the mouth they're like so happy, we got everything's diverse, we got westerns, we got black westerns, we got black. And so you can see where this is probably heading, but of course we have to watch it and see what happens.
Yeah, the thing is, Hollywood loves Ryan Coogler because they actually found someone who can be like borderline racist and hyper diverse
and get away with it
in everything he does. And people still, he's good enough. He's good enough where people are like, yeah, I still liked it.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Hollywood's like, we got a guy that can make this like racist, anti-white, anti-man stuff, but people still like it.
Yep.
That shows you how far talent goes. Like, if you're hyper talented, you will really discount a lot of stuff that you really shouldn't usually be okay with. Like, and it's funny, like if Discovery was written well, even if it had all that weird progressive bullcrap, we would have been like, still liked it. Like, remember, like, whenever you look at like these directors that like diddled kids and like got Me Too, you're like, yeah, but they made some good movies. Right. Like, those are all like, you can really discount a lot when you're like,
it's like, yeah,
really creative guys. Like,
it's like Bill Cosby, right?
He's a really funny guy. He probably most likely drugged and raped women, but damn it, those Jello commercials were funny. Yeah. The thing is, like, I think that Ryan Coogler, he's like catnip for Hollywood. The black, young director, writer guy who can create something that is like super Hollywood-esque, racist, hyper diverse DEI, but he's so talented that we just sort of are okay with it. And it's funny because I'm looking at Sinners and I'm like, all the white people are the vampires, dude.
Exactly.
I was like,
no, it's in the preview. It's like,
and you know what's funny?
To your party.
And I didn't really care. And like, and then like they were the vampires, and then the KKK. I mean, it was definitely like an anti-white movie, but I'm like, still liked it.
Except for the one white girl who got to be invited in.
But she was half black.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
Right. And she ended up being a vampire.
We'll let you in. You're
sorry. Spoiler alert, she ended up being a vampire. So they let her in and she ended up killing some folks. Anyways,
what is that? What message does that send about being half black?
Oh,
half white? You could read into this what you want, I guess.
Look, I think Ryan Coogler is a talented guy.
Well, look what he's done. He's done Creed. He's done Black Panther.
Good.
He's done Sinners.
Yeah, it's funny because like I sort of liked the original Black Panther, the first one, and didn't like anything else after that. And it's funny, the stuff that I liked in Black Panther, it's almost like he knows how to pick the right actors. Because like the second he's gone, like it just devolves.
Creed was okay, but I was never a fan of it purely because of me as a Rocky fan. I was like that. It all ended at Balboa for me.
Right.
I get it, but when that first Creed movie comes out and you get the Rocky, with Apollo's son, I don't know. I was a huge Apollo Creed fan, so for me it was like magic.
No, it was very good.
From his love child.
Yes,
but it was, again, it was good. So like if it's good, we can put up with a lot if it's good. Look,
it's true.
I don't like. It's almost like when you're in a relationship with a really crazy woman, right? She's nuts. She's abusive. She flies off the handle at any moment. But she's an extraordinarily good lover, and she has a lot of money. You're like,
What, like the Bachelorette woman?
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm definitely being abused here, but out of my league, All right, let's move on from this topic.
Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah, Jerry O'Connell's like, look, I mean, they beat me up, but it's Rebecca Romaine. Like, I mean, what do you want me to do? What are my options?
Not just Rebecca Romaine. Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
It's Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Like a super hot guy's ex-wife.
Yeah,
come on,
dude, I stole Stamos' wife.
She's punching me, and I'm punching above my weight.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like I get it. All right, well, let us know what you guys think in the chat and in the comments. Are you gonna watch the new X-Files? Again, I like Himesh Patel, and I have yet to see anything with the other chick, but who knows? It could be good. Ryan Coogler, I believe that he could create something good. Now, does it look right away like it's a steaming hot pile of garbage? Yeah,
it's like a train wreck.
Yes, but we don't know. We don't know yet, and I'm really hoping that the conversation we have in 2 years, if I'm still alive, will be, hey, that X-Files show is actually pretty good. You know,
That's really weird that you qualified it by if you're.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna even be here in 3 years. But like, if we're still here in 3 years and we're talking about Ryan Coogler's The X-Files, I'm really hoping that. And look, but historically we will be, okay? Because we just keep doing this regardless of how poor we are. But
Fair enough. We'll check to see if Mixed Teas is still online.
yeah, listen, you still if Mixed Teas is still online, we're still here. The thing is this: I hope that in 3 years that we're talking about how great the first season of the X-Files continuation was.
Yes.
Well,
we want it to be good.
In 3 years' time, Mixed Teas will be creating "I Love Ryan Coogler" T-shirts. You know,
I mean, no, honestly,
Maybe.
I hope that we're made so we have a couple X-Files shirts. I hope that our X-Files catalog has new stuff in it from the new show. I am so desperate for pop culture that fans actually like, that they love enough to buy a shirt from, because we don't get enough. 3% of the current pop culture we get is worthy of merch. If you look at our catalog and look, a couple thousand of our shirts aren't even available to buy. I release them slowly over time. But the thing is this, it's like 99% stuff from like 30 years ago. It's not
All of it.
1% might have been over the last decade. But like, I mean, the hat you're wearing, Terry Trek, I guess that's fairly recent. You know, but most of our stuff is not recent stuff because there hasn't been anything worthy. Yes, Hail Mary was something that we probably will make a shirt for. Because I would love to make a Rocky shirt. That was, you know.
Is this you subtly trying to tell me that you're not going to be moving forward with any Star Trek Academy merch? Is this what you're doing right now, mate?
Yeah, we're not making Starfleet Academy.
You're not doing that Jaden Loves Balls T-shirt that I requested.
Oh my gosh. All right. Moving on. Okay. Jaden Loves Balls. That's really funny, actually. Did they say that in this series?
No, but that'll be season 2. I bet you now.
Oh my god! I can totally.
No,
see
they're gonna
playing some sport where they're like, Jaden, do you love these balls or what?
I love balls.
I love balls. I love meatballs.
I have 4.
I have 4 meatballs. Wait. It's established they have 2 penises, but do you think they have multiple sets of testicles too?
Well, it confirmed in that episode where they were doing the play with Tilly. He said they have 4 testicles, Klingon males. So
that's
swinging around
so unnecessary.
Well, imagine them going into battle
down there.
Yeah, they're like rabbits. They're literally getting them wrapped around their legs. They can't go and fight, can they? Blimey,
dude! I just feel so bad for Jaden's mom. She had 2 husbands. That means that there was 4 penises and constantly just coming at her from multiple directions.
8 testicles just swinging, hitting her in the head.
Bro, poor lady, bro. Poor lady. Just being pummeled with penises and balls.
Like a big dog jumping up at you at the park, you know. It's like, oh.
No wonder why she looked so beaten down in that one episode she was in. Jeez, poor woman.
I'm tired, honey. I'm tired.
I don't care what you do, Jaden. Just give me.
Just
I need a break.
Oh, the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh my god, that's really funny, guys. All right. So what's next here? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about this Mercy thing, dude.
Oh yeah.
Chris. Okay, so let me pull it up real quick.
Did you end up watching it?
I did. Good movie.
Oh, nice.
Good movie. Okay. Here we go. Let me show you guys. So Mercy is let me show the clip real quick.
I'm Chris Pratt. I'm Rebecca Ferguson.
Okay. Just calm down, Chris. Okay. So we're talking about Mercy. This movie actually, I was informed, came out a couple months ago. For some reason, I thought it came out like during COVID because it wasn't marketed whatsoever.
God.
But we recently watched it because it hit Amazon, and a lot of people have been recently watching it to the point where it's actually like climbing the charts big time. And it's about like a rogue AI in the future, and it stars Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. And I gotta say, it's a really good movie. I'm gonna show you the trailer, and then we're gonna talk about how the movie did, why it was good, and what the F happened. Because this movie should have been a theatrical win, and it didn't even come close.
You're going to freak out when you see the trailer for our new movie, Mercy. What?
So it's only in theaters, January 23rd. None of us knew that. None of us knew that, by the way.
It's crazy.
And January is a weird time to put out a movie. So, like, there is times that you can put out a January movie and it surprises people and does very, very well, right? Like Kingsman.
When you make commercials.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, when you actually promote
advertising on YouTube.
Right. So Kingsman came out in January, the first Kingsman. It was a knockout hit. People loved it. Dude, you want to talk about pop culture? We made a shirt that said, "Manners make it the man," and sold like 2,000 of those suckers, okay? People loved that movie, and they liked the second one, and they even liked the prequel, and like it's bleeding now into other stuff that director writer guy does, and the end credit scene of Argyle was literally connecting the two franchises. Like, the guy is making a modern day franchise, and it's not. There was no source material it was based on, no previous IP was based on. Something is very special when you're able to create something that's not based on member berries and nostalgia, and it actually does well.
Right.
So I was very happy with that, because what we were seeing was a franchise being developed in real time that people responded to. And those movies came out, the first one came out in January. The studio probably didn't know how good it was going to do, and it blew it out of the water. But if you recall, it had a crazy good marketing campaign, because they didn't do TV commercials and Super Bowl ads and all that stuff. It was almost entirely online. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, a lot of YouTube. There was a lot of clips going around, and it was one of those movies that they really embraced the online marketing, and it worked. People went in January, normally where you put movies to die, and it killed. This movie, they put out in January, end of January, just like Kingsman. They didn't market it for crap. And what's crazy is it's a worthy movie. It's actually worth. It would have been worth your ticket price.
100%.
Get me out of this chair.
Detective Raven, I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence.
Hold on, just wait a second.
All right, real quick. So it's about a future where we utilize an AI.
And it's not far in the future.
It's not far in the future.
Like tomorrow.
Right.
It's
in a couple of years from now. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they utilize an AI system called Mercy, where essentially it's like this sort of non-biased AI that just uses all the available facts to sort of come up with a percentage conclusion. Like, it was a 93% chance that you murdered your wife. And then you have to defend yourself in front of the Mercy Court and drop that percentage down in order to survive, essentially.
Right, and you get 2 hours, and basically the AI is the judge, jury, and executioner. If you can't convince her in 2 hours that you're not guilty or below a certain threshold, then they lethal inject your ass to the back of your neck.
Right.
With crime rates soaring, lawmakers voted for Mercy. By acting as judge, jury, and executioner, Mercy keeps our city safe.
I shouldn't be here. I helped create the Mercy program. I'm proud to have sent the first suspect for trial here, and I will continue to send more until the message is received.
Detective Raven, I know precisely who you are. You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
So the guy that helped develop and promote the Mercy program now ends up in the chair because his wife was murdered.
This is quite chilling for me, considering our government's just got rid of trial by jury.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry.
Yep.
What? How is this
Yep.
not front page news?
Yep.
Is that
Look
true?
it up. Yep.
Wow.
You don't have trial by a jury in your country?
The higher end criminal ones are, but anything under that, they're abolishing. It's just been passed through and it's going to the Lords now.
Wow.
That's
a big deal.
That's a
It is
really
very big deal.
That's a really bad step towards dystopian
Yeah.
nightmare, right?
So that guy sat in the chair. That's me in 2 years.
You are charged with being on the BRANE Show.
Yeah. I'm guilty. Damn
it!
Before I go, buy mixed teas.
Yeah. The first witness here is Shane. Shane's like, yeah, he's definitely on the show. Check out
I told you to leave that country.
Check out mixteas.com though. This is televised, right? Hey man, good luck,
Yeah.
John. I hope you make it out, bro.
Yeah. Okay, you take your chances, Johnny boy.
Jeez.
Oh my God. Your guilt must fall below the 92% threshold.
I mean, that's more reasonable. Underneath 92%. I feel like I can convince an AI that I'm underneath 90% guilty.
Yeah, maybe. This AI is pretty tough, though.
But it's not realistic though, because look, I'll give you an example. Look, when you talk to Grok tells you everything you want to say, you want to hear. So with that, if it was real, I'd just be going to it. Look, you know I'm innocent, don't you? You know I'm great. You are wonderful. You are innocent. We are going to let you go. Thank you very much. End of the movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, don't forget, you did promise you were going to pay my account. Oh, that's right. I did forget that. Yeah, AI is like so. There's right. The current AIs are pushovers.
Yeah.
Well, you will be executed in precisely 90 minutes.
Jeez.
I loved my wife. I didn't hurt her.
I gotta pause it for a second because this music is gonna ruin our channel.
Oh, it'll wreck it.
Detective Raven, the city's municipal cloud is at your disposal. Every camera,
So he gets access to every single camera and surveillance technology that's inside the city, which is sort of cool.
And it's not just inside the city. So, and this is something else that hopefully the future doesn't have in store. But in this reality, you are forced to if you own a phone, you are forced to upload to the Los Angeles cloud, basically. So that way the system has access to every video, picture, phone call that you ever make. And it's law. It's the law, basically.
Wow.
Minority Report.
Sort of.
Yeah. But actually way more realistic.
Right.
Yeah.
That was what's scary.
Right.
cell phone, and database.
You must gather evidence to exonerate yourself. If you are innocent, prove it.
Now, one thing in this movie, the AI actually does help him get the data he needs to prove himself innocent. It's not like she's like trying to railroad him.
No,
well, she's not. She's definitely not trying to railroad him. But without giving away too much, the AI does change throughout the movie as things become as he now. If you're a police officer, now imagine you're just a regular person like us, and you don't know how to gather evidence. You'd be pretty screwed. But he's a cop. And he knows what he's doing, so it makes it a little more.
Yeah, you're like a rare guy. Like, how do I use a cloud? Where is the folder button? I don't.
Yeah.
90 minutes remaining. How do I press enter?
Yeah.
I don't have a keyboard. Help me.
I've got 4 minutes to go. I haven't even logged in yet.
I forgot my password. Where's that password? Wait, it said it's going to a phone number I don't recognize. Whose number is that? Can I change it? 3 minutes remaining. God damn it!
Yeah. Oh, just
that
do
would be
it.
us. That would be us. Just kill me and get it over with.
Just do it. Play my last song. That's it. I've had enough now.
And your last song is like some K-pop song. No, wrong user. Wait, this is the wrong. Wait, you have the wrong user. Ah.
Last song is "Don't Fear the Reaper."
I just think it'd be funny, like you just happen to put like the wrong year at the end of your username, and they think you're someone else.
Oh my God, there's so many things that could go wrong.
I need to find out who killed my wife.
It's a classic crime of passion, Chris, and it all points right at you. You don't get the mercy.
One criticism I had of this, and it's not a spoiler, but like, I hate how all of his co-workers and friends like basically was like, "Oh yeah, man, you clearly murdered your wife, dude. You're an idiot. You're done."
Yeah.
Like, why are you not trying to help your boy?
Yeah.
That's how powerful the mercy system is. They believe it. And if you remember during the movie, they actually talk about how basically he's already guilty to the public.
Right.
Because they believe in the system so strongly.
Right.
To trial unless you're guilty.
I didn't hurt Mom. I swear to God.
Even his
Show me everyone
daughter.
she had contact with.
Well, not her, she didn't.
Right.
She was seeing someone. How's my guilt looking now?
It has risen to 98%. You just
It's gone up.
That is such a computer thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
It's such an AI thing where it's like, hey, how's it looking now? There's probably some new evidence here, right? No, you're actually more guilty. What the
word?
When I'm helping you?
provided me with a strong motive of why you murdered her.
Good. Wow. Thank you for that.
Tell you
Mr.
what.
Raven, the clock is ticking.
Tell me what Nick was up to. She was stressed about work.
She said some chemicals went missing.
The estimated street value would be in excess of $16 million.
Do you honestly think?
Okay. I'm just going to fast forward.
Rebecca Ferguson is just incredible, isn't she?
She's such a great actress.
First handbook.
Oh, Anarchist Handbook is in this too, by the way. Another good reason to watch. I always love anything that has to do with this, with the Anarchist cookbook, because that's actually a real thing, by the way. You can actually download PDFs of this. I'm not saying where.
I'm surprised they showed that in the trailer. Actually, now thinking about it, I'm like, wow, this trailer really kind of gives things away.
First handbook.
Get out of there.
Mr. Raven, you're running out of time.
Chris, what do you got to do?
There's a bomb in that truck.
It's heading downtown.
This was never about my wife.
This was about me
And you.
Melanie! Get me out of here!
Okay, so originally when I heard of this movie, I thought, oh, this is one of those COVID movies where they shoot everything in like one room because like they don't have any money or they can't do sets.
Right.
But it's actually not. Like there's like a whole B story that's taking place, and the B story is just as impressive as the A story.
Right.
And guys, it's a very, very good movie, and Rebecca does great, and Chris Pratt does great, really great. So why in the world did we run multiple channels where we talk about movies? How in the world did we miss this, Shane?
I mean, I did see it in a couple of trailers back in before Christmas at some point. I did see it. It popped up as a couple trailers, but I didn't see any marketing and I didn't see any advertising when it actually hit theaters in late January. Now, it was released on 3,000 theaters. So if you weren't actually going to the movies at that time to see something else, you would not have really known it was out there. And I believe the reason why Amazon did this, and I'll be honest with you, I think Amazon learned its lesson with Project Hail Mary. They just saw how if you do a movie really well, not only are you going to make a shitload of money off of box office ticket numbers, but now you got Oscar bait stuff. So I think before Project Hail Mary came out, their attitude was, yeah, we're not going to be Netflix. We're going to put it out in theaters, but that's not where we make our money. So why would we spend a ton of money marketing it when really we're just going to put it on the front page of Amazon Prime? And when you think about it, like if you're Amazon, it doesn't really benefit you to put it out in theaters because you might lose a large portion of your audience when it comes to Amazon Prime because they're not going to watch it again.
Right.
So this is Amazon.
Argument. This is an Amazon. This is an MGM.
Yeah.
MGM.
Okay.
And which Amazon owns MGM. Thankfully with Stargate, right, coming out.
Yeah.
So I think they didn't market it because they were like, let's not waste the money on it because we really only care if people watch it on Amazon Prime. But now that Project Hail Mary is like really thrust one of their movies into the, they're probably going, damn, we probably should have put something into that Mercy movie because now guess what? Mercy's the #1 movie on Amazon.
Right.
So,
And if you want even more reason to go watch this film, 25% Rotten Tomato score for reviewers, 82% for audience. And if you know how, oh my God, Shane just disappeared for a second. Wait, are you gone, Shane?
He's here, is he?
It's weird. Not on my screen.
So.
Anyways, oh, there he is back. The thing is, if you know how it works, when the audience likes something, guess who, and the critics don't, guess what? You're probably going to like it.
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah. It's always that way.
Always do the opposite of the critics, yeah.
Yeah, I also think, like, reading some of the tomato reviews, like, it seems like they were trying to compare it to Minority Report. They were talking about Chris Pratt's politics, and
of course it's about Chris. And that's the other reason why they might have squashed it, is right now Chris Pratt is in this like no man's land. And I was talking about this before. He's done some movies that didn't really hit well. Like even his Jurassic World stuff, even though it made a ton of money, he wasn't spectacular in him. He wasn't like the superstar. And anything he's done since Guardians of the Galaxy hasn't been much. And he's got politics problems, you know, for Hollywood. So it might be that they're just like, we can't not cast him and stuff, but at the same time, we're not going to market the shit out of him. So.
He did that. Was it the Tomorrow War he did for Amazon?
I like Tomorrow War.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
It was a good movie, but it didn't. He was just okay, and he was also in the Electric State.
And it took a long time for me to watch Tomorrow War. Like I watched it like 2 years after the fact. And
he's just kind of met out.
It's like I know I want to watch Chris Pratt movies, but I feel like they're not marketed very well.
They're not?
Like they're just not, because I like Tomorrow War. I like this movie. And I watched Electric State because it was the Russo brothers. He was fine in it. The movie itself was not great. But I don't feel like his movies are they're not marketed well. Like I never really know about them till even Passengers, which I like that movie. It's like I didn't watch it for like a year later.
But even Passengers is they're not great movies.
Yeah, they're just sort of like they're a good watch, not like classics, right?
Yeah, they're like Hollywood is like just quietly pushing these people out. So Chris Pratt and the guy from Chuck and Shazam. If you notice, he hasn't really done much.
Zachary Levi.
You know, he's
the second Levy was like, yeah, I think I like this thing that we're doing with policy, and I think that free speech should be free, and I don't think you should have to take the jab if you don't want to take it. Everyone's like, cancel him, no more work for him.
They're like, aren't you worried about not working? They're like, aren't you worried about not working? And he's like, oh, nothing bad's gonna happen to me. Bro.
Next thing you know, no monies. And someone's like, it's not, no, that's not why. Look at his movies. They didn't perform well. I'm like, I don't know what you're smoking. Because they did perform until the second he came out against the mandatory jab is when all the movie jobs he can get were like low budget, unmarketed. No way they ever make their money per projects.
The Kurt Warner movie, like biography, that wasn't going to be a big money maker.
No.
Come on.
The thing is, as a fan of Chuck, I really liked seeing someone, a character that I loved, actually standing up for freedom and rights. I was like, yeah, like that's the Chuck I know. That's the Chuck that he is the character from the show.
Right. But see, that's the problem. You can see why all these actors are terrified, because the moment you speak against it, I mean, there's no wonder. I mean, you're done. You're done in Hollywood, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy too. It's like Reddit, all these like cesspools. All they see is, isn't he like a transphobe? I'm like, what are you talking about, dude?
Just making shit up.
He literally, the most egregious thing to you that he did was say, you shouldn't have to get a vaccine.
Right.
That's pretty much all he said. And he was attacked so relentlessly that there are entire groups of people that believe he is a racist, transphobe, and like, whoa, he just said, if you don't want to get the jab, you shouldn't have to. What's wrong with you people?
Well,
that's how powerful Big Pharma is, by the way.
There's such a thing in medicine that it's called concordance, and it's basically where they have to convince you to take it, and then you agree to go with it. There's nothing controversial about that until we got to that point.
Right.
So he's not wrong at all with what he said. But maybe one day that they'll actually get some adults back in Hollywood that actually want to do crazy things like entertain people.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
the people there.
Well, that's what you guys think, man. Did you watch Mercy? Are you going to watch Mercy after seeing this clip? You're going to check it out. It's on Prime. If you don't have Prime, then it's other places. You know what I'm talking about. Yo, ho, 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 pirate flag. But I suggest you watch it and come back and let us know what you guys think. Like, literally, go watch it and come back and be like, yo, give us your little mini review in the comment section, man. And let us know next week or whatever what you guys thought about it, because I was surprised at how much I liked it. And I like Chris Pratt. I think Chris Pratt is a good guy. And I think he's a fine actor. And I think he pulls it off. And
He's good in this movie.
I've never really been disappointed by Chris Pratt. Not once. Have I been disappointed by writing or other stuff in the movie he's in? Sure. But I've never been disappointed by his performances. His performance is always, at the very least, pretty good. And at the best, great. So, let us know what you guys think.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
He's just got to tackle a bear, everybody.
Yeah, he's got
to wrestle it.
He's got to go beat up a bear. Why did we make his Avatar going away picture a hot take Dr. Pepper can?
I don't know, mate. I've always wondered why you went down that route. I've just thought you were tripping one day and you just decided to go with it.
I don't
Also,
remember. You guys remember? Was this like some inside joke that I forgot about?
The more concerning and the more interesting question is, why did you make mine Hello Kitty headphones?
Because it was funny.
That's the big question.
I remember that. It's funny. I think we're going to talk about Zachary Levy's new studio, because someone... Yeah, we should talk about that when Shane gets back. Let me look it up real quick. Because I remember seeing he did like this...
yeah, he's doing it.
So he actually sent out an email to...
Because Wahlberg's done one as well, isn't he? He's setting one up.
There's a group I'm in, and it's like a free speech Hollywood group. And he sent an unlisted version of this video out a while ago. Let me see if it's still unlisted, because if I can probably show it to you if it is. I might have to get the unlisted version. But he actually did I think it's called Wormwood, I think.
Okay, let me search for
Wormwood Studios, or where is it?
I mean, it's positive that
Wildwood. Wormwood is like.
Yeah, I was going to say. I had a quick look.
It's from the Bible.
I had a quick look, and it basically came up with aromatic herbaceous supplements.
No, Wormwood is like the star that like fell from heaven.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good. It's good. Some of these people are going now. Okay, well, stuff you, Hollywood. We'll go and try and do our own thing. You know, hopefully they grow. More investment goes their way, and I'm
gonna find it.
It leads to a sensible future.
Wildwood. Oh, he's back. Hello, Shane.
Hello.
Yeah. It's not this Wildwood studio, because this Wildwood studio I've just clicked into makes plant-dyed quilts and artwork. So
okay,
not
I got it.
One.
Hey, everybody.
Oh yeah, it is. It's still unlisted. I don't know why it's unlisted. But he sent this email out a while ago. All right, let's talk about it real quick while Shane's here. Let's talk about Zachary Levy's Wildwood Studios vision. Currently, he's sitting at a whopping 30 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, my God.
But last year, he sent out a video to an email group that we're in, and I think it was on Twitter, and he's talking about his Wildwood vision. He's trying to create a Hollywood studio, and I think he has a good idea. And I like this idea because it prioritizes creativity, not a message, but creating stories that have substance. And I don't know, something about this. I know I'm a big fan of Chuck. Maybe I'm just glazing too much for the guy, but I think it's great. Let me know what you guys think. Good. Let's watch it together, okay? I doubt this will be copyright claimed.
Zach, thank you for your interest in Wildwood. This has been a passion of mine really my whole life, but acutely the last 25 years since I've been working in Hollywood. But I wanted to take a moment to give you a little more context on the why. Why is it that I have felt this calling, this passion for building something like Wildwood? And so to do that, I'm going to take you back to childhood. That is when I just had things revealed to me. I can't explain why. It wasn't a cerebral knowing, it was a knowing in my soul. And some of those things that I believe God...
Is he Mormon?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I had a vision, something came to... It reminded me of like the guy who like created the Mormon religion.
Yeah, he didn't have faith when he was doing Chuck, because I remember watching an interview with him where he actually says he's an atheist. But then again, the way it normally works is the older people get, the more they realize that atheism doesn't really work. You ever notice that?
I'm going to die and I might not go somewhere.
Right.
Maybe I should get religion.
Yeah. So like, I'm not saying that like my religion is the correct religion or your religion is the correct religion, but I did notice that the older people get, the more they go like, oh, atheism doesn't make any sense, you know. And they start to understand their mortality matters. And so he's definitely found faith since Chuck.
This is what he said about a year ago. He said, well, I grew up in a spirit-filled, non-denominational environment and maintained some version of most of my life. But at this point in my walk with God, I'd consider myself what I like to call Christian adjacent. I still subscribe to much of the truth and wisdom contained within biblical scriptures, but my faith and beliefs differ from mainstream Christianity.
So he's a non-denominational Christian, which is me.
Yeah.
I'm non-denominational. And I don't agree with any of the denominations. I just, another reason to like this guy for me. I'm just saying.
He's got a nice beard.
Revealed to
yeah,
me
he does.
Was one,
nice salt and pepper,
God, and that God loves us. Two, that I was going to be an actor. And also, one of the things that I definitely feel was revealed to me was that community was one of the most important things that we need in this life, all of us. And I was meant to go and build and foster community in a large way. Fast forward, I'm 18, 19 years old and I'm working in Hollywood and I get my first look behind the curtain and I see how all the sausage was made and I am crestfallen. I'm heartbroken. It's an industry full of a lot of, I think, well-intentioned people, but in a very broken system, a system that does not value the people over the profit, but rather the other way around. And this is part of the problem with almost all industry. And so Hollywood, yes, it's broken in a lot of ways that a lot of you probably already know. Creating a lot of entertainment that's just simply not entertaining, or if it is entertaining, containing a lot of messaging, it's really not healthy. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not uplifting.
Ooh.
It is very divisive. It's full of agenda that most people simply don't.
So I think I might be gay. I think I might be in love with Zachary Levy.
Don't want, and they're not looking for. And so we must create the alternative. We must create a place that is valuing the excellence of entertainment and that is valuing the artists who are making that entertainment. Ultimately, what that culminates in is not just building a better place for people to work. It also means that you got to give people better lives. You got to give them better health and wellness and education for them and their children. And so that set me off on this trajectory of, okay, all right, how do you design that? How do you build that? And ultimately that brought me to the great state of Texas. And so I set out looking for land.
Of course,
and
Texas.
God brought me to an incredible piece of land. And so similar to, Hershey's, Pennsylvania. Why does Hershey's, Pennsylvania even exist? Well, some guy wanted to make chocolate. And he knew he needed to build a factory to make that chocolate. But he also understood that he needed a bunch of workers to work in that factory, and there weren't enough homes for those workers. And so, I got to build some homes. But those people also need to have good health care, and their kids need education. So I guess we're going to build some clinics, and we're going to build some schools as well. That type of a factory town, that is what we're trying to find. That is what we are going to build at Wildwood. And so Wildwood is an answer to so many of the elements of Hollywood that are broken, giving artists a better life, giving them a better place to work. But I think that there is something that is far more nefarious, far more foreboding that is on our doorstep, and that is AI. In very short order, I believe we are stepping into a world where the vast majority of all content across all mediums, film, television, music, video games, you name it, is going to be driven by artificial intelligence. That means human art, human creativity, human entertainment is at an existential level crisis. Sure, people might pick up a violin or learn how to sing or act or perform or do sketches as a hobby, but none of them will have the opportunity to actually go and build a life out of that, to provide for themselves, to provide for their families as artists. Well, what does that do to the market? What does that do to all of those jobs? If a kid in his basement is able to just basically plug in a few words about, I want a movie that looks and feels and sounds like this, well, that's 400 jobs that just went out the window for every single one of those AI movies that is generated. And not only will they be indiscernible from human-made, they will be a fraction of the price. And this is how they're going to get us. This is how they're going to absorb the entire market. Now, some people would say, well, why are you trying to build a movie studio if you think this is where we're going? Let me tell you something. To me, this is also an incredible opportunity. When the entire market gets flooded with ubiquitous, artificial intelligence-driven content, there will be a really sizable part of the audience that is looking for the alternative, that are yearning for the alternative, that are saying, man, yes, I can go and have these things, but I want something that people made. And they are willing to go and find that if it's available, if it exists. And Wildwood will be the place that safeguards it, that fights for it, that fosters it, that will be perhaps the last bastion of certified organic human-made content. Can you pause it?
Yeah.
And that...
I feel like I'm being groomed for a cult. I'm just saying. Like, this feels very like grooming.
Well, first off, I want to move there, but
of course
I want to move there and pray to Chuck. No, and I think you might have a good point here though. Like, so remember, there's a big market for handmade goods that blew up in the early 2000s and late 90s, where people legitimately were willing to pay extra for artisan and handmade stuff, human-made stuff, and not factory Chinese, knockoff garbage. In fact, Etsy became like the third marketplace in the world, mainly because the sell was it was selling handmade, human-made goods.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty big deal, dude. So,
yeah.
I mean, he might have a point. He might have an actual point here where there might be an opportunity coming where there's a market for real human-made goods, and he might be the first studio to be trying to do that.
Yeah. Can I also ask you guys as well, did it look like he was sat on the toilet throughout that video?
Yeah.
He's between two ferns too.
Yeah. It's only 20 seconds left. Let's finish it.
That is what we are fighting for. And I truly hope that you consider being a part of it.
There.
It's going to be
between two ferns.
Heck of a ride, an amazing adventure, and something that is absolutely necessary in this world. Thanks.
For the low cost of $29.99, $9.99, you can too be part of Wildwood.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I want to join Wildwood. I'm not going to lie.
Well, why wouldn't you want to join? I mean, listen, this is what we all want. We want, let people be creative. I mean, we want to go back to 1975 and let, Lucas and Spielberg and all those guys start, recreate their movies. Let the studios, let them run, let them do their thing, man. That's what we're seeing here. Now, the problem is, how is he going to pay for it? How are you going to pay? Because it's not free.
Look at the comment.
It's not cheap.
This is an unlisted video that he sent out to people. I'm not even sure if I was technically allowed to show you, but who cares? Look at the comment from
the advertising.
Look at the comment from the last comment on here. This sounds like a cult, lol. Hundreds of millions of dollars to build some isolated complex in Texas where in the last 10 years, creators have taken control of making content in their own homes via the internet. You are out of your mind, Zachary Levy.
You go up to him and you go, any downsides to joining this at all? And he suddenly says as he walks away quietly,
The sex.
"You have to you have to become a eunuch." Sorry, what was that? What?
I do think he. I love the thing. If you know the guy, then you know this is all 100% from his heart.
Yeah.
Like there's no bullshit here. This is exactly, he wants it. It's who he is. Can he achieve it? I mean, he's going to find people who can, but when push comes to shove, who's doing it kind of, but not with the passion and cult mentality that he is A24 has kind of done this.
Right.
So A24 is making movies that are different, that the studio is not necessarily, now they're starting to go in towards studio mode.
I read that they used some AI for that one. Yeah, the movie, I think it's called Friends or Friendship or whatever. It came out that some of those sequences, those like drone shots and all that, where the guys in the tunnels, was just AI generated. And like the reasoning was, and this has all been deleted now, so I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell this story. So this is all rumor. But someone did post screenshots that who knows if they're real, because who knows. But you're like, well, we did that because from his mind was fractured. We wanted the shot to feel uncanny, and that's a good reason. But as a studio is known for being human made, it's a little weird.
Yeah. So can he do it? The real question is, can he do it? He's got an uphill battle for sure. But all you need is one breakthrough film. A24 had one real breakthrough film. I think it was called Heredity. And it was like, what the fuck did I just watch? That was the freakiest thing ever. And all of a sudden everybody's like, I want A24 films. So if Wildwood can get something to break through, Angel Studios tried to do it. The people who made couple of those blockbuster Angel movies, but their stuff just petered off after that. So, can you catch, magic in a bottle and reproduce it? We'll see.
Yeah, the problem with Angel Studios is they sniff their own farts too much.
Right.
Like every one of their movies could be easily 45 minutes shorter, and it would make it would make the film better. No, I'm being serious.
True. 100% right.
It's crazy. Like what a cool concept that you created. Basically, the Book of Job as a modern day sci-fi, dystopian story. Super rad, but literally an hour too long. Like an entire act could have been cut out of that, and it still would have been great. In fact, it would have been way better because you would have left us wanting more. But you flooded so much of that. It's the Denis Villeneuve, mentality.
Yeah.
You love what you create so much, you just can't stop showing it. And the thing is, it ruins the pacing of every film. The reason why the movie with the guy who played Jesus, Cavill.
Henry Cavill,
whatever his name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The reason why that movie,
it's not Henry. It's
not Henry.
You got me Henry Cavill in my mind, but it's Cavill. He played in.
I'm forgetting his name.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
He was Jesus in Passion of the Christ.
Jim Caviezel.
Caviezel. That movie with Jim Caviezel, a big reason why that was successful was the unique campaign they had where you can buy other people tickets to watch it. Jim Caviezel coming out and literally promoting it like an insane person. He came out of he went to every single, he promoted that movie so hard. And the culture around it where it was about a real person who had rescued all these kids. And while they told a narrative version of the story, and in real life it was like a collection of his missions, it was a very cool way of showing that. But even that movie was easily 30 minutes too long.
I watched it. It was okay. It wasn't great to me.
It wasn't great, but it could have been great if you cut out all the fat. There was so much fat in that movie, dude. So much of that movie was unnecessary. And it starts off super strong where Jim is sitting with that pedophile guy, and he's basically he's got him where he wants him. And he's at the end, he goes, may you tie a millstone around their neck and throw them into the ocean. The guy's like, what? He goes, that's what I'm going to do to you. And it was just a cool moment where he gets the pedophile and now you want to see this guy succeed. I don't know. It's possible, but I support anyone that is willing to make human products.
Yeah.
But I'm also not naive enough to consider the fact that AI is here to stay, and it's only going to get better, and it's only going to be used more efficiently, and it does cost less, and it's gonna definitely remove jobs, and we can bitch about it and fight about it all day long. It ain't gonna change anything. This is, music, video killed the radio star. Well, AI might have killed the Hollywood star, and while I want human-made stuff, it's naive to think you can stop it, because you can't.
Well said.
All right.
100%.
We're going to go to the member section real quick. Let me set that up, and then we're going to do... Hold up.
What would you do?
We didn't get our Star Trek segment again this week, man.
Oh, my gosh, bro. That's your fault. Hold up. Your fault.
It's my fault. I put it in the news.
No, you didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll
I
do
did.
it. Oh, did you? Which one is it?
I did. Well, I can't look.
Babylon Creator?
No, I put it. You got to go. Remember, it's broken by. I put it all week long. I was putting. So go up to the top where.
Okay.
Go up to where it talks about the Voyager thing. It's right below.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that during the timeout.
All right.
You've got to get in the members section for that. We're talking about Star Trek. It's going to get juicy in there. Really juicy.
Juicy and gay.
Alex Kurtzman has been spreading lies or mistruths. We must clear them up.
Okay, guys, we're heading to the members section in 15 minutes. The Star Trek will be the last story we do during the public session, and the rest of it will be behind the members in the members section. If you want me to become a member, it's really simple. Hit the join button bottom left, or maybe you're lucky enough to someone else buy you a membership. But the last story we'll do will be about this. I see. Yes, I see it. The IDIC thing. I like this, bro. All right. We're talking about Star Trek, specifically Alex Kurtzman. By the way, some very unreputable sources online were trying to say that Alex Kurtzman had his contract renewed. There's literally no truth to that whatsoever. So, if you think that Alex Kurtzman's contract was renewed, then
I do find
whoever told you that lied to you, because there's no confirmation of that whatsoever.
I do find it funny on some of those channels you see where, don't you notice they give themselves just enough wiggle room so they can go either way. They go, I was right. See, what I said, I was right.
And we're going to talk about that in the member section too, because after this, that guy Jeff Snyder came out about Spider-Man crap, and I'm like, but let's talk about this right now.
Yeah.
This was from Alex Kurtzman, and this is from Fandom Pulse. Star Trek, Starfleet Academy showrunners Alex Kurtzman and Noah now react to show's cancellation. And this is what he said: "We're incredibly proud of the ambition, passion, and creativity that went into bringing Star Trek Starfleet Academy to life. The series introduced audiences to a bold new group of characters, welcomed familiar faces, and expanded the Star Trek universe in exciting ways. We're grateful to Alex Kurtzman, Noah Landau, Gaia, whatever, and the entire cast and crew who pushed storytelling boundaries in the spirit of Gene Roddenberry's vision." Yeah, right. "We look forward to sharing the upcoming second and final season with everyone and continuing to celebrate the cast and crew and all those who accomplished all those and what they accomplished with the series." In response to the show's cancellation, Kurtzman and Landau penned a letter. You know it's bad, by the way, when you have to pen a letter.
I'm penning a letter together.
"We're penning a joint letter to all the people who destroyed our vision of Star Trek." Anyway, this is what they said.
You trolls.
"It's been my and Noga's joy and privilege to help carry Gene Roddenberry's..." Stop invoking his name, you hacks.
I know.
God.
I hate it.
The studio, the creator, they all keep invoking Gene Roddenberry's name. Stop it. Stop it. It's gross. Helped carry Gene Roddenberry's extraordinary vision forward with Starfleet Academy. Thanks to the hundreds of hard-working humans who pour every ounce of their talents into their work daily with imagination and reverence. Maybe imagination, but there was no reverence here. We are in post-production now on what will be the second and final season. We are so proud of what we've accomplished together on this show, and the world will get to see the work of these extraordinary artists when season 2 airs. We will finish strong. Whether you're working on Star Trek or part of the marvel that is the Star Trek fandom, it's very heart and soul and conscious. The joy comes from adventures across boundaries of space-time. Why does it sound like AI? It sounds like he's using AI. And the humanly, it does. It sounds like someone wrote in AI.
Yeah.
And the humanly possible in servants to please pay for ChatGPT Pro Edition. What? That's weird. Transformative vision of the future. That incomparable vision was fueled by the inexhaustible optimism. Star Trek places its bet on the best in human nature. It dares to imagine a society of infinite diversity in infinite combinations, free of war, hate, poverty, disease, repression, and dedicated to the spirit of scientific inquiry and respect for all life, whether carbon or silicon-based, green-skinned, or blue.
Can I...
Wait, but make no mistake, Gene Roddenberry wasn't some starry-eyed dreamer. He was a decorated... Stop saying his name. Decorated Army bomber pilot of the Pacific Theater. He had seen firsthand the grim consequence of the worst of human nature. And his vision of the future wasn't just a promise of hope. It was also a warning. In a fraught, frightening time of intolerance and violence, of course, intolerance comes before violence, guys, Star Trek said, look, we made it, but just barely. First, we had to put all those ancient scourges behind us. It said that what makes us glorious as a species and gives us hope for the future and the galaxy, I can't even say that word, is linked to what makes us dangerous to each other, to the one thing we presently inhabit, and to ourselves, the dual message of hope and warning. Another M-dash. He's using AI here for sure. Isn't just, look, does anyone know where the M-dash key on their keyboard is? Does anyone?
No, I don't.
So whenever you see something that uses a bunch of M-dashes, I want you to know something. That's probably AI. Because I don't know where that key is on my keyboard. No one does.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Wait, Star Trek writers using AI?
Guys, the M-dash is the super long hyphen. It's like that super long dash. That's an M-dash. And let me tell you something. There's no key for it. There's like a code. No one's doing that when they write. Which means that whoever wrote this probably used AI to write this.
But
which is so typical of Kurtzman. Oh.
Yeah. Before we tear into Kurtzman, these writers and these actors, can I just say that statement where they talk about building an optimistic future, you made a future where the burn had basically made it depressing for everybody to live in, and then you decided to create an antimatter mind crisis. It's hardly the utopia that you keep trying to sell everybody, is it?
Yeah. All right, Shane, you have 5 minutes to rip Rick Kurtzman apart.
Well, here's the thing. It's really quick. So IDIC, it's a sham. So in season 3 of Star Trek: The Original Series, Gene Roddenberry had this great idea to put a pin onto Spock's thing, and he called it IDIC. And it was a Vulcan belief system, infinite diversity across infinite combinations, because Spock was a half-breed, right? And it was this whole thing about, he had this idea, and he thought really that he was going to be able to sell a bunch of these pins. It was like a merch thing.
Right.
And so Leonard Nimoy was actually really pissed off about it, and thought that Gene was just trying to push merch. So initially this whole thing came about as this, it's not what people think it is. And now today's generation, after Brian Fuller decided to relaunch, was given the keys to relaunch Discovery, and he's an LGBTQ guy, he really locked into the IDIC thing, and the LGBT community who followed him to Star Trek locked into IDIC, and now Kurtzman, who doesn't know anything about Star Trek, has using it as a fucking weapon and crew tool to hit us over the head. The truth is, Gene Roddenberry was just a regular guy who did have a belief, like we all, that humanity in the future will get beyond our limitations, and that there is a hope, that there is a shining city on the hill that we can eventually all get to. He was optimistic, hopeful, but most importantly, he wanted to write great science fiction. He wanted to tell good stories, and he wanted, Star Trek to be a thing that people can embrace. Today's Star Trek is not the original Star Trek. It's not Gene Roddenberry's vision. Gene Roddenberry would be like, I don't know what the hell this shit is. Number one, you don't have Starfleet personnel fighting against each other. That was his number one rule. Okay, and what did this season do? They put Starfleet and the War Academy against each other. It's not what Gene Roddenberry would have wanted. Amongst the other million things, I don't know how much time I have left because I can't see anything.
3 minutes.
But bottom line is that all these shenanigans he's pulling, he's basically trying to get his renewed. He's trying to be able to take Starfleet Academy by infusing Gene Roddenberry's name into everything like it's his vision, but it's really not. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
No, he literally said Gene Roddenberry's name 5 times in this letter. He just spams Gene Roddenberry's name. It's almost like he goes, hey, ChatGPT, write me a letter about how awesome Star Trek is, but make it all about IDIC and racial injustice and blah, 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 and make sure to use Gene Roddenberry's name as much as possible. And which is so funny. Like, wait, this also makes sense that in this letter there was like a whole section about, but make no mistake, Gene Roddenberry wasn't some starry-eyed dreamer. He was a decorated Army bomber pilot. And
what the hell does that have to do with it?
Yeah. You know what's funny is, I think, so before I was making a joke, but I think he actually did use AI to write this.
Well, he probably did.
It has a weird vibe for that.
Don't get too locked into it.
As it just has a vibe, because like, why would it go through like that, the history of Gene Roddenberry in this letter all of a sudden?
But this story isn't about him using ChatGPT. We already know he's a hack.
Right.
The whole point is that Gene Roddenberry, he thought in the future that we'd be beyond race. We'd be beyond all those things. But guess what? There was not a big thing about homosexuality and transgenderism back then. Right. So we don't really know what if he would have included those kind of characters. You just assume that he would. Right. He was all about the future. And today, just like John said, the future of Star Trek is not about hope. Right. They haven't embraced hope. Now it's about, fighting amongst each other and dystopian and everything else. So he has not got Gene's.
It's about small problems, not big problems. Everything's small, personal issues. And it's gross.
Well, it's also, I'm sure you guys have seen it as well, and you'll probably bring it up in the members section. But the Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid woman who's done her video, basically, she said she thinks it's the finest first season of any Star Trek ever created. But
I wrote she's never seen any other Star Trek.
Exactly. Right. But then what does she do right at the end? And this is classic for these people when they fail, and they always fail. At the end of it, she says, I hope we get effectively, I'm paraphrasing, but a Star Trek show that in the future that isn't whitewashed, because we've still got a whitewash problem. And said, you're the inclusive lot, you're the racist inclusives, are you? Yet again, you've shown your real selves because you're having a tantrum because you failed. Nobody wanted to watch what you were selling.
You failed.
Yeah.
Imagine this. Imagine if I was like, hopefully we can get a Star Trek show in the future that isn't blackwashed. Imagine if I said that. Bro, that would be so racist. It'd be so racist for me to basically hope for something that doesn't have a particular skin color in it. My God, it's so racist for them to say that. But no one calls her out.
And let's compare, shall we, to this stupid woman. Okay, and I'm going to go off on it now because she said the
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. So, okay, let's compare you to Sisko quickly. A badass captain and character in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Fantastic. Whereas you were an extremely fat Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid where there was no backstory of how you existed. And the only thing you did over the whole period of that season was you basically had a lesbian handhold.
You scissored Tig Notaro.
Yeah. And you're obsessed with Tig Notaro's big toe. That's it. That's all you did.
Yeah. Nothing of value in all 8 episodes. You hack. Suck it. All right. Let us know what you guys think in the chat in the comment section below. We have 2 minutes to sign off. I want to remind you guys, thank you so much for being supporters. Whether you buy stuff from Mixed Tees, whether you watch the show every Friday, like, comment, if you're a member, if you're a super chatter, even if you just come and lurk. It's entirely possible you're watching and we've never seen your comments, your text. We don't even know you're here. But the fact that you're watching is support, and we appreciate it. So from all the people that support us, from the super legendary producers like Kenneth the Rogue to the random lurker named Bob1776.
Sorry, Bob.
Whoever you are, we appreciate you're here. If you want to support us monetarily, you can become a member. You can do super chats, or you can do our favorite thing. Go to mixtees.com. That's actually our business. This is our company. We started it 30 years ago. You can go there, buy some stuff, use the coupon code BRANE for 10% off. And that's the best way to support us. That's Shane and I's actual business. If you notice, our homie here is wearing nothing but Mixed Tees. John, he's our biggest supporter. And we're going to the member section. If you want to member, hit the members button, bottom left. Don't forget to check out John's channel, Sci-Fi Chronicles 79. Tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. PST, noon 30 PST, we're doing the Stargate watch along. So please make sure to go watch John's channel tomorrow. And of course, we'll be back next week. We'll see you guys in the member section.
Here comes the...
See ya.
Actually, we had 8 seconds there. Check out that. I'm gonna pin that chat right there. Pin that right, and we're out.
I'm just going for a wee wee.